Welcome and hello everyone to the next episode of Critical Role, a silly show where a bunch of us voice actors get together and play Dungeons & Dragons once a week here on Geek and Sundry's Twitch stream. So for all the returning fans, welcome, and for all the new folks tuning in finally, welcome to you as well. Before we go ahead and get into the meat, a few announcements and such, let's go ahead and roll that intro.
Silly.
Welcome back. So, a couple things I want to get off the bat to you guys. Our subscription giveaways this evening. For every 100 subscribers, we're giving away special care packages with D&D books signed by the Critical Role crew, as well as a signed photo, comics, other goodies. So the next one will be at 5,300. We'll do another giveaway. Remember, you have to be in the chat room to be able to acquire one of these packages. So tune in to get something. Keep that in mind. Also, for those who may not remember from last week, we're in a very interesting month of Critical Role as the party has been split due to a circumstance where in the city of Vasselheim, the party chasing after a hydra that seemed to be harrying the outside walls of the city and slaying it got in the way and accidentally broke the law of Vasselheim by hunting and slaying when they weren't approved to do so. Being called Skags by a band of hunters that works for the Slayer's Take Guild Hall, a guild that pretty much regulates most hunting of monsters and creatures within the vicinity of Vasselheim. So as opposed to going up and dealing with charges at the seat of justice, they instead were given the option by the head of the guild hall to possibly join. But in order to do so, they have to fulfill a contract and prove themselves worthy of being a member of the guild. And the guild master, our fantastic huntmaster Vanessa Sindrial, handpicked two different groups, splitting up the twins, and they've all set out and to return the next day to join and figure out what their contract will be. So this week we have Grog, we have Vexalia, we have Percy, we have shortly arriving here Scanlan, who's been fighting LA traffic. Quite literally, shortly arriving Scanlan.
Like Superman, that was amazing.
And eventually to join the party as they slowly make their way there. Mysterious head kiss. This is the best Thursday ever. We have joining us eventually at some point this day, we have a wonderful and talented Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, a fantastic, talented voice actress and director and amazing person.
Hello.
You're able to look her stuff up online. She's also a great musician, singer, and this is her first time playing Dungeons & Dragons.
Newbie!
Yeah, I'm super excited.
I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Probably. And in the middle of the other table, we have our other illustrious guest this evening, the so-called headmaster of Geek and Sundry herself, Felicia Day. Thank you for joining us, Felicia.
I like to refer to myself as Duchess, Grand Duchess.
Grand Duchess, all survival? Grand Duchess. Remember that next time.
Yeah, very perfect.
So yeah, thank you so much for joining.
I'm so excited to be here. I'm a huge fan of the show, so I spend my Thursdays watching you guys.
Who's your favorite character on the show?
Hello.
Not the one with the scatological problem.
I think of it more as a gift. That keeps giving and giving.
One who likes to talk to poo.
Well, that's a lot of us, actually.
Yeah, I
So I guess before we get into the nitty gritty, do we have any announcements we want to make? Anything in particular coming up? I believe, Laura, you're bolting at the end of the game.
Leaving, like probably during the game.
Yeah.
To catch my flight to go to Gen Con for the Titan Great panel tomorrow.
Yeah!
I know, so.
Which, for the record, I want to point out, guys, this is how much Laura loves you.
Yeah.
She was going to miss today's game, but then bit the bullet, changed her flight just so she could be here to play with everyone. So thank you so much, Laura, for doing that.
Well, after I saw my glorious trinket yesterday, there was no choice, really.
The trinket that devours, by the way. Every person that's hugged that bear has vanished temporarily within its physical form. So it's a new, wonderful addition to the chat room, to the whole show. And thank you so much, Critters, for making that happen.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. You guys are the best. I have no words. Anything else anyone wants to announce? Anything coming up? Mention?
I'm off to San Antonio tomorrow morning, very early, for San Japan. So with Steve Bloom, so come on out and have some fun in San Antonio.
Heck
Really
yeah.
looking forward to it.
It's a great convention. I went there last year.
Yeah.
They're really, really good. So all you folks out there.
We were both there last year.
That's right. We were.
Yes.
So go check out Mary in San Antonio. You guys should go. Also, this is kind of a fun thing. We've had a lot of questions through Twitter from a lot of the fans, and I kind of like the idea of transparency and mentioning how, first off, no game or game master is infallible, and rules do shift and change. And there have been a couple of minor alterations to the rules, which you house rule things in a game and you test it out, and balance can shift. For those who have looked at the gunslinger martial archetype that Percy plays with, I've made a few adjustments to it, just balancing out a few elements there. DCs for different shots.
Definitely some foam darts that I'm shooting now. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying there's a lot of pump action, and then a foam dart comes out. Now.
The foam dart,
with a suction thing at the end.
you don't get foam darts to level 18. That's more of a higher level.
Thank you.
Yeah. The noise happens at level 18.
You're
You have to level up to get the actual sound. So check out the Gunslinger Martial Archetype. There's been some updates to it. Also, for the Sorcerer points, we had house ruled a configuration where Sorcerer points would be 1 point per spell level of the spell cast. As the levels got higher, it got a little overpowered. We felt some of the combat circumstances, so we narrowed that down. So, which is still a bonus over the actual rules, which allow you to only cast 1 spell per round and a cantrip. We've made it so that you can cast with Quicken Spell any spell, and then a second level spell maximum with the second one in the same round. So slight variation.
That made no sense to me.
Two spells.
That's
at once.
okay.
Two spells.
It's for the sorcerer. You don't have to worry about it. But yeah, so just minor house rule adjustments, and these things happen. So all you guys out there who GM and DM, don't be afraid to adjust balance as you go, as long as you talk to the players about it. So anyway, that's it, and that's all on my end. Shall we go ahead and begin? Calm down, Philip.
All right. But no, I'm not Philip right now. He lost.
Yeah,
I'm a
Philip
winner.
does not exist anymore. Philip's legacy is
Philip's training to an 80s training montage right now in a beef locker somewhere.
Because everyone
Glorious.
needs a montage.
Yeah.
Glorious. I think that's an important circumstance, definitely. All right, so in getting this started, so the party has found themselves in the city of Vasselheim, a very deity and religion-based city in a very harsh environment. It's far up north in this continent, and the weather itself is very cold. The landscape is very harsh and rugged, and the outside of the city itself, there is an extremely dark, oppressive, almost unnaturally fast-growing forest known as the Vesper Timberland. And this is where you encountered the Hydra last time. And you just barely trekked out of the city and found that creature. Who knows what else lies out there. But the city seems very well prepared to defend itself against whatever atrocities make their way towards the outskirts of the city. So, after Grog fought very gloriously in the Crucible and just barely lost due to a test of strength just didn't fall in his favor, he sulked via ale and ladies back at the tavern.
Yeah.
The party, now after defeating the Hydra, being called on their law breakage in Vasselheim, have been tasked to return the next morning as separate groups to figure out what contract is being given to them and what members of their team await them as they arrive. So, you guys have taken the evening to rest. The next morning has come about. You find yourselves waking within your respective tavern rooms, the members of VOX MACHINA. What preparation would you like to embark in this morning for whatever mysterious trek awaits you?
Do they have like a weapons closet?
In the tavern room?
Oh shit! I thought we were in the guild hall.
No, yeah, you can go there if you want to, but if there's anything you want to do before arriving at the guild hall, that's up to you.
Scanlan,
Oh, oi!
do you want anything from the tavern before we leave?
What time is it?
What time is it?
What difference does it make? I want to take a
Computer,
shot
what
with my
time is
brother. I want to take a shot with my brother.
All right. So as you and Vaxildan get together at the bar, you have the strongest form of nasty Vasselheim liquor that they could possibly muster. It looks somewhat murky. It has elements of kind of blue and gray to it. But the barkeep assured you that this is what you're looking for to wake up in the morning. Trust me.
Does it taste like NyQuil?
Well, as you down the shot, it's not knowing what NyQuil tastes like, because there's no such thing as NyQuil in this world.
Ye old night.
Oh, yes, that's better.
The flavor would be reminiscent of licking a wagon wheel that has seen at least 100 miles of travel.
You're all right.
It's
But-
like your feet smell, brother.
of which Vax immediately kind of twitches his face. Oh, well, that's rather uncouth, dear sister.
Not having Liam here, I'll just.
Oh, God, get rid of it.
It's healed now.
Thank
The
you.
foot is
Not
healed.
sanitary.
Come on.
As you finish your shots, you say adieu to each other, and
See you on the other side.
indeed, stay safe. He
Bye,
does.
Vax.
Bye, Grog, and he kind of gives you a silent finger as you leave the tavern, in true Vax fashion.
He always mixes those fingers up.
Any preparation on your guys' end?
I'm gonna load up my whatever the thing.
Oh, your Iron Stone?
Yeah, is that what I have?
Yeah.
That's the thing here.
Yep.
I'm gonna load that up with an invisibility spell. Is that a thing
Yeah.
I can do?
You can totally do that. You can put up to 3 spell levels.
I got
in
that.
there.
I mean, hey, that's two.
So-
That's two in there, right?
Which you may be able to do before you slept the night before, because
Oh.
then you'd have all your spells back and that. So
Okay.
we'll say you did that. So you have an extra invisibility spell in your Iron Stone.
And I can store 3 spells in there, right? Is that
3
right?
spell levels.
3 spell level. Oh, so only 1 spell at a time.
Or like you could do 3 first level spells.
Oh, well then never mind. I thought it was 3 different spells. I've already got an extra lightning bolt in there. I won't add
Oh,
to
then
it.
yeah, that
Never mind.
is a full Iron Stone. That thing is pulsing with energy and
I'm
going.
good. I'm good. Thank you. Didn't understand.
Fair enough. Percy.
Other than just tinkering on a few plans that I have rolling around, I don't really have the equipment to build anything particularly interesting before we head out. So.
All right.
Grog might have something in the bag of holding that you could use.
Oh yeah, I've got lots of shit. We have a salt lick rock. We've got 3 firewood bundles, dry food rations.
How many fancy cloaks left?
There's 2.
Well, that's something.
And we've got the leather from that weird bat creature from the under.
Yeah, I'm sure it doesn't smell right.
Oh, yeah.
Is there any metal canisters in there of any kind?
I mean, I've got my hooded lantern, but you can't have that.
I don't
It's
want that.
dark in places.
I bet Tiberius has some metal canisters. He's got so many
2
canisters.
pieces of armor, just armor.
I may take a piece of armor and see if I can put together some sort of frag grenade sort of thing.
What?
I just want to make a. You don't know me. Just make a canister. Put some black powder in there. Put the thing together. It doesn't even have a fuse. It's something I can toss and then shoot to trigger.
Interesting. All right. I will say, due to time constraints,
Probably not.
you would probably have to skip a decent breakfast to do this. So be aware you may be hungry later on.
I've got food.
Done.
We've got dry food rations in the bag.
All
I
right.
have a granola bar.
Go ahead and make an investigate check.
Roll good.
I need-
You're starting us off. Roll
I'm
good.
gonna try to
Come
inspire
on, come on,
him.
come on.
Roll good.
All right.
16. Well.
I'm gonna inspire him.
You're
with
gonna
some-
inspire me?
Just a little. Boom! Clap the sound of your gun. The beat goes on and on and on and on. Boom! That's all I got.
Okay.
Come out!
All right. So you can take your D10 bardic inspiration as his song as it blares into your left ear as you search the town for a decent location to possibly construct this.
19.
Woo!
Total 19.
Total of 19.
All right. Asking around and speaking to a few folks around Vasselheim, you eventually have a few folks that point you towards this long abandoned workshop that's been burned down and hasn't really been touched. As you go to it, you have to kind of push some of the burned wood out of the way, but there is indeed a currently functional, if for a long time unused, forge and anvil available in poor condition, but functional. Given about 2.5 hours, you might be pushing your arrival time at the guild hall, but you could probably do it. Do you want to go and give it a shot?
I'm going to give it a shot.
All right. So, do you want to use another one of your bardic inspirations on this?
Can I do that?
You can use it up to, I think it's 5 or 6 times.
It's fine.
All right.
At this point, I'm probably.
You'll probably hang on.
I don't get a montage then. Never mind.
All right.
It's all right. Save it for later. We're going to need it for later.
All right. So it takes you a while to rummage through the ground to get everything set up. You have the tools of your tinker's kit that you usually keep with you anyway, and you begin hammering away at the metal and preparing yourself a nice little spherical container. Using your black powder, which you're starting to get a little low on black powder between your bullets that you've been constructing.
Gotta get home, I know.
So something you can either some point in the future try and scavenge up the materials for and make yourself. But just letting you know, you're starting to run a little low on that.
Yes.
So go ahead and make I'm going to say make a tinkering check with your proficiency bonus of 4, and we'll say your dexterity, since this is very meticulous to make sure this thing doesn't detonate during construction.
God, you really could use some inspiration at this point.
No, I don't. That's 29.
Stingy works.
Like 2-9?
Like 2-9. Like not 2 9s, but 2-9.
What did you roll?
I rolled 19.
Yeah, that'll do it. All right. So, in spite of the terrible materials at your disposal, as far as the forge itself, you barely get it lit, but you can manage to heat it enough at least to apply a very soft metal. And there's like an aluminum base type that you construct as the container, and then coat that with chunks of very, very hard steel that you think will work as good shrapnel. You manage to complete it. You're not sure how effective it will be, but at the very least, you know it'll travel safe. And that's really more important than anything else with these type of makeshift explosives.
I made a holy hand grenade.
Awesome.
Indeed.
Excellent.
All right, so as the rest of you gather up, you've had your breakfast, you're rested, you make your way towards the Slayer's Take Guild Hall. Approaching the front steps again, the wooden engraving on the front doors, you step into the main foyer area and are greeted again by Merton, the kind of gruff-looking halfling who's in the process of thumbing through some books. He looks like he has a little bit of dried fruit in the side of his chin. He's a little groggy, like he didn't sleep well the night
He's a
before.
little what? He's a little what?
He's a little groggy.
Oh, what?
Just a little bit.
Lucky chap.
He looks up as you guys approach. Like, very nice. You all could finally make it. It appears you're only a grand total of 25 minutes late. It's not
25.
too much of a problem.
What's a minute?
It's all right. There is not too much going on at the moment. I will not mention this to the wife. I mean, the headmaster. Don't mention to her that I refer to it as my wife.
Chord strength to you, sir. You got a little bit right here. Yeah, that did it.
Oh, that's lovely.
Thank you. I appreciate the heads
No
up.
problem, no
I
problem.
hate to lose papaya. So, let's see. We have the 4 of you here. This is the acquired necessary group for the first travel this morning. I'm excited to see what the mistress has available for you. First and foremost, let me introduce to you one of your traveling companions for this. Another hopeful, the Slayer's Take. Let me retrieve her. And you see Merton walks off to one of the back rooms, opens the door and kind of whispers like, "Hey, quick, your team is here." Opens the door and walking out, if you want to describe yourself.
Oh.
I walk out in a black cloak. My hair is white, and I have silver eyes, and a long staff with 4 dragons and a moonstone planet, as it were, in their midst. I walk out slowly, and I look them all over one by one, saying, "I don't know you. I don't know you," as my tail whips back and forth.
Tail.
I don't know you, almost hitting you with my horns. You I know. I saw you at the Crucible, didn't I?
Maybe.
Well done against the hammer.
Thank you. I often get confused with Philip the Terrible.
Yes, I'll bet you do.
Yeah.
You don't look that terrible to me, though.
Grog begins to blush, a large blue color on his cheeks.
What's your name, woman?
Zara.
What?
Zara. Zara Hydrus.
Lovely.
And what's yours?
Me?
Yes.
Well, I'm known by different names in different places.
Ain't
But
that the truth?
Really?
some call me Kingslayer. Some call me Scanlan. Some just call me when they want a good time.
Mostly we just call him Scanlan.
I'll keep the good time in mind.
All right.
And you?
Percival Fredrickstein von Musel Kowalski de Roland III.
You
Yes.
could call him
Because
They
Percy.
just call me Percy.
So you have many weapons on you?
Yes, I dabble.
You dabble a
I
bit?
do dabble.
Yes. Any forging?
Yes, actually, I just picked it up recently. I've been working on things. I pull out the holy hand grenade.
Ah,
Getting better.
I saw one of those in Antioch once.
Yeah, it's where I've seen them written of. So
Yes.
we'll see. It's something new.
We'll have to compare notes sometime.
Absolutely. Charmed.
Yes, I'd love to see your technique.
There is something mildly off-putting by her intense red skin, her relatively pointed incisors, and the very prominent, tiefling demonic blood in her body. But nevertheless, there is an elegance to the way she walks, and there is this almost look of silent judgment as she continuously passes her eyes over the rest of the group.
Did you want to know my name?
Yes, I would.
Shit.
No, I'm not so sure, but please, humor me.
Vexalia. It's a pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine.
Yes.
Was an icy head grip, isn't it?
I love being out here without my brother. I just love it. I love it. I
You
love
have
it.
a brother?
I do.
Oh, how fascinating.
I am Grog, the unintimidated.
It's nice to know your true name, Philip. I mean Grog.
I think she knows.
No, but it's
I'd like to run a quick perception test.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to figure out if she's titled. She certainly strikes me as titled. I think she has blood. She's got blood. She may not have blue blood.
I would
but
say
it
this
might
would be more of an insight
An
check.
insight
for this,
check?
yeah.
All right.
To just...
10.
Okay. Best you can tell, the her posture, the way she walks, there is definitely, for lack of a better term, a non-arrogant self-importance to how she holds herself. But there's something about it that there's like a mild hint of insecurity in there.
Interesting. All right.
Could I ask you what your weapon of choice is?
It would be my staff.
Oh right, yeah.
It took many years to forge it.
You made it yourself.
I did.
Damn, that's impressive.
Thank you.
At this point, Merton's looking angrily at a small pocket watch that he pulls out and looks at. This is very unusual. Let me see who's supposed to be leading your group. Hold on just a moment. And he gets up and exits the room briefly.
Leading?
He comes back after about 2 minutes with a small handbook and reads through. Yes, well, it is customary that as part of these trials, there is a member of the Slayer's Stake is to accompany you on this journey to make sure that you...
I volunteer to be leader of the group.
That is not up for discussion. I am sorry, small man. Which coming from a
I
halfling,
magically make a cup appear.
he looks like slightly impressed, but only slightly. By the way, being called small man by a halfling is a feat in and of itself. But he goes to the thing and goes, all right, so the assigned leader to be your guide, the slayer for this venture. Oh, really? Well, this should be curious indeed. Well, she's late, it seems. At which point, the door opens to the front of the guild hall, and in comes stumbling a human female.
And I run and I'm, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I'm late, I'm so sorry, and then I trip.
Oh,
Ridiculously, and I spill cut papaya everywhere.
oh.
Oh my gosh. That is disappointing. That is just disappointing. Hello, oh my gosh, you're so impressive. How lovely. I'm Merton. I brought you some papaya, and I'm so sorry. It's all over the floor right now. You know what? I'll go get a broom. I'll clean it up.
Don't worry about it. I insist.
Some of my slip.
Stay with your group. We have important business to discuss.
Jeez.
I appreciate the pie.
Well, I just wanted to. This is my group. Yay!
Here.
Nice to meet all of you. You are large. You are not. You're so pretty.
Oh, you are too.
Oh my gosh, I've heard about her. She is something. Anyway,
yeah.
nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Lyra.
Lyra.
Yes. Very nice to meet you all. Yes.
And you can see from her, she's dressed in a nice blouse. Her kind of just past shoulder length, somewhat curly hair is kept as much as a frazzled woman would keep. A large pair of glasses adorn the front of her face, and she definitely is not who you were expecting to be considered leading this group
No.
into its journey.
What sort of fighter are you, Lyra?
Oh, this is so exciting. I'm getting out, Merton. They're letting me out. It's so exciting.
This is probably a technicality. I'll have to make sure this was maybe
Please,
not.
yes.
Oh, I don't think so.
Do you find yourself sitting behind a wooden structure most of the day? Something sort of flat, like this.
Like a desk.
Like a desk or a table.
Right.
Oh my gosh, do you have psi abilities?
Just intuition, I guess.
Oh, no, this is so funny. I've seen you from afar, but I'm very busy in the back room. You know, I'm invaluable, really, right, Merton?
She is useful.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
I mean, I'm very good at alphabetizing. Listen, we're going to catch up so much. I am just really excited. I'm leading it. They're letting me out, Merton.
Have you led a group like this before?
No, it's so funny. You wouldn't be able to tell, right? It's so funny.
Not at all.
Yeah, the way you carry yourself is
No.
just amazing.
Veteran all the
Very
way.
in charge.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I mean, listen, I just wanted to welcome everybody. No, they don't actually let me out a lot, and I was, you know, when I got the scroll in front of it was just this is my best robe.
You got a little papaya juice in the front.
Oh no! And then I'm like brushing it, and accidentally just the robe falls off, and I'm like, oh my god! Oh god! That was inadvertent.
You hear this awkward smack sound as Merton has face palmed as unbelievably hard as he can at the edge of his desk. I shall retrieve the Huntmaster. He gets up and leaves, exits. You guys are left alone in the foyer for a moment.
So Lyra, you're already a full-fledged slayer?
I am, in fact.
Have you slayed?
I am a member of the guild. Well, I mean, if you want to be.
You seem like someone from the guild.
Yes, I'm a guild member. It's funny because it was kind of a technicality. I don't know how that happens, but I'm here.
What do you normally do? Bookkeeping, storage?
Well, it's a really long story. Do you want to? Can I tell you all about it?
Abridged.
Look, papaya.
Yes, some of it's still clean.
He doesn't care.
It's still good.
Oh, okay. Yes. So I'm
And
a guild.
trinket too, trinket.
Oh yes.
Oh, do we get
This is
trinket?
my bet. Yes, of course we get.
Do we get trinket on the trunk?
As you turn, you see that the door after you pass, and the giant armored bear has made its way in and kind of just pushes past your shoulder abruptly, and immediately goes nose down and joins Grog, eating papaya off of the ground.
Hey, get your own papaya.
Fascinating. What type of bear is he?
A big one.
A brown one.
We start to wrestle
Big-
gently. It's my papaya. Let go.
Does anyone have any allergies? If I take some to go, little lunches.
Cats.
Oh no, that'd be lovely actually.
Cats.
Actually, I think Percy's quite hungry.
I actually am quite hungry. I don't know if I'm quite capable of eating papaya off the floor, but if there's, I don't know, something brunchy, I don't suppose.
Oh, I'll have some dry food rations. Would you want one of those?
It'll do in a pinch.
Here's a crumbled biscuit.
A crumble biscuit sounds. I like her already. That will
Yeah.
do.
Remember this slide.
So have you slain? Have you had any battle experience at all?
Well, it's funny because I'm here. I'm actually from this city, but I was in Iman and I was studying. I'm a wizard. The wizardly arts. The
I've
art.
heard of them. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
I dabble. So.
Exactly, and my uncle is actually the diplomat from Iman here
Oh,
in Vasselheim.
we're
It's
from
very funny.
Iman as well.
Yes. Oh, that's so funny.
Perhaps you've heard of us.
Vox Machina.
Castle Grey Skull
Castle
Keep.
Grey Skull.
Grey Skull
Some know
Keep.
us as the shits. Cornford Guild.
Good. No, but it's. I'd love to hear all about it. I'll put it on a scroll. Anyway, so I came here because my boyfriend Aldor is here, and he's out. He's going to be my boyfriend. It's a long story. Anyway,
We've met Aldor.
We have?
We have.
Where did we meet Aldo?
Yes, we met Aldor.
He was the leader of the team that found you guys in the forest.
That's right!
That
We
guy.
tangled with him.
He
Our
was-
first run-in with Aldor was not fortuitous.
did he look good? Did he look healthy?
I mean, he
Was
looks kind
nice?
of like a dick, if you want my personal opinion.
Oh,
But
well,
She means that he was
Strapping.
strapping like a
Strapping.
dick.
well, he's very large, and
Yeah.
we won't talk about that area. I have seen it, but let's not talk about that either.
oh,
Yeah. So I'm here.
Fascinating.
Yeah. So
What is your weapon of choice, Lyra?
I have a wand. It's right here. See?
oh, okay.
Wow.
It's not very long.
What's it made of?
Oh, it's ash. It's
Oh.
ash, which is it's lovely. It's very nice. Do you want to know more about it?
I would love to.
At which point the Huntmaster arrives. Vanessa Sindral steps into the room and looks about the rest. Very nice to see that you've all gathered your teams for the day. And I am also curious to see your first foray into leading a group of slayers yourself, Lyra.
Well, I just want to thank you, Vanessa. Thank you for entrusting me with this group. I have been reading up a lot lately, and I'm very excited to use the commanding presence of a guild leader and prove my membership of the guild.
Yes, I would like to thank you very much as well for putting us in her capable hands.
This was more of a choice of convenience and a test universally, as you are both a team of unproven fighters in the eyes of the guild hall, and we have a relatively unproven member.
Well,
As well.
I mean, I'm a member, so.
Technically, yes. However, I think that her knowledge and experience would be of very good use on such a trek, and
Yes, it should prove to be quite educational, I would think.
We'll learn a lot from hearing her talk.
Yay! Thank you.
You're welcome.
This
Try the biscuits. They're just slaying me. It's all
What do
I
you
need.
eat? Do you eat like? How do you does it get stuck in your teeth a lot?
Well, it does sometimes,
Yeah.
but you carry around, you grab a twig, some sort of twig, and just sort of work it out after
Yeah, I
a
like
while.
Yeah.
Gives you a little something later to chew on.
Twigs work good, don't they? I like twigs.
Yeah.
Don't we have some
Whatever you can
guilds
find in the
to
forest,
prove
wherever you
membership
are.
to?
Yeah, can we kill something now, please, before we learn anything else?
she snaps her fingers loudly, and Merton comes rushing out from around the corner, carrying something in his arms. As you are on this journey for us and for the sake of this guild and your own personal name and title within our establishment, we would like to provide you with a semblance of protection, or at least a useful little package, a gift from us to you. And she puts her hand on the table. Merton comes over and hands you what looks like a small leather chest. It's made of sculpted leather. He pulls back and pushes it forward, and you can hear the clanking of glass as he does so. And in the inside, you can see there are 4 glass vials prepared with some sort of a swirling red silverish liquid inside. You recognize these as being healing-based potions.
Like moderate?
Superior?
These would constitute as greater healing potions, and there are 4 in total. You can distribute as you see fit.
I think the members of Vox Machina should get them.
That doesn't seem really.
Is that what you think?
Well, I just not just because I.
As the leader,
I defer
I enjoy
to-
being hospitable, and I agree with this person, small person.
Well, Scanlan, if you feel you need it.
I already have
all
a couple, so I'll gladly give one to somebody who's
I've got
going to need
plenty. Take it if you need it.
I have plenty myself. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
more for me.
Very well. Now that we have this situated, has everyone gathered the provisions they require for this journey? Are you ready to embark?
Did
I
you
mean,
eat enough?
we don't
Percy?
have a body bag for some of these chumps.
Biscuit was very filling. It was extremely filling.
Very well.
good.
Thank you.
I can go get it. I can go get some more. Can I just go to the kitchen and just grab some bit? No. Okay.
Anyway, this is a secondary gift temporarily lent out for your contracts.
Oh.
And Merton brings up what looks like another satchel. It has a series of metal snaps across the top, these little like buttons that snap together and close it entirely. It's like a one, over the shoulder type throw. As he opens it and you look inside, it resembles the bag of holding, but it's not quite a bag of holding. This is used for the transportation of, perishable aspects of your quarry. Things that you would harvest from the creature you have been assigned tend to, depending on the creature, rot away within a very short period of time. When placed within this, they should be sustained for a few weeks at the very least. So, please do be very mindful and careful of this. Should it be lost, there is a very small chance you'll be able to fulfill your contract. So, who shall be taking this on the journey?
You've already got the bag of holding.
I'll
I
hold
shall.
on to that.
You're kind of stealthy.
I shall take it.
I shall take it.
I shall take it.
Why don't we
Roll for it.
Why don't
You
we
do.
roll? Why
Alright,
don't we
we'll
flip a coin for it?
Do you know Rochambeau?
That would be great.
Congratulations! I'm so happy for
Oh
you.
wait, should we ask the leader
hut-
of the group?
Oh, I mean,
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, Lyra.
Oh, that's quite
Well,
all right. Thank you for actually
sorry,
including me.
Lyra.
Of course.
As the leader of this party, I will agree with the Rochambeau.
Oh, that was
Excellent.
his decreed.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for my tail to hit you with your rear end so sharply. Sometimes it has a mind of its own. I know.
At which point Vanessa is just watching with a grin on her face. It is good to see you've already established a pecking order within your travel and companions. This bodes well for your journey, most certainly. To you. And she hands you the satchel.
I won. I won.
That's me.
What? Please.
I'm sorry.
on me.
I don't think
I
it
already
was
have
given to
I
you.
already have it on my shoulders. Too late. I'm writing it down.
I certainly hope you don't
stuff.
lose it during our quest. That would
Vanessa,
be a
I have a
shame.
question. What happens if we don't come back with all the members we left with?
Well, then I suppose they would not be allowed into the guild hall. Mostly for no longer returning to the city of Vasselheim. But that is not our problem. There is danger within this, which I should get to, actually.
Yes, please tell us where
You've-
are we going.
You've now received your gifts and your various required implements for this journey. A contract has just recently come to us from the Crown of Arathis within this portion of the city. It has been approved for slaying. This this will prove quite a challenge based on how highly you spoke of your abilities. I will warn you, the quarry is quite dangerous. Should you find yourself in trouble, I wish to remind you that it is better to live and fail than to be foolish and die. So, let me pass on to you the contract of which has been selected for you. And she reaches out and hands this over to you, Percy. I can
yes,
retrieve this
of course.
quickly.
Oh, wait.
Should Lyra?
Oh no, let me try.
Lyra.
Oh no.
Uh,
Maybe you should read
I'll-
I
I cast mending.
Oh,
Oh, that was
oh, you
instant.
can do that.
As she flicks her wrist, a small spark of kind of purplish dark energy shoots from her finger, slams into the side of the contract, and the tear in the contract repairs itself immediately.
If you have scotch tape, that would do it too.
Scots
Congratulations.
have nothing to do with it.
Ordered and paid in advance by Alchemist Owen Grant, client. This contract binding in honor of the elements set upon the agreed members of the Slayers. Take Guildhall of the task of locating and slaying the below-mentioned entity and recovering the below listed harvested autonomy items. Any anatomy items not recovered or not in function or condition will be deducted from the final payment and refunded to the client. This client is
I'm
good.
sorry, could you go over again what the harvesting, please?
Oh, we haven't gotten to that yet. Oh, it's all right. This contract is good for 3 days, and should the contract not be fulfilled within that time period, all payments are null and void. This contract is null and void, and the membership within the Slayer's Take is revoked outside of the Huntmaster's willful forgiveness.
This is the fine print. Get
Yes,
to the
yes, yes.
details.
Requires been approved for hunting by the holy paramours of the Crown of Arathis. The quarry, one adult white dragon. One adult white dragon!
A white dragon, but are they?
This is
Would
not
I know? I would know because I've studied them.
Yes, you having dragons being a very very specified
favorite
favorite enemy for you. White dragons are one of the chromatic dragon circle, they are considered largely very spiteful, arrogant, a little more bestial, and very, very dangerous foes.
Yes, they're glorious.
Didn't we kill a white dragon?
No.
Well, I thought that.
Platinum dragon?
Once upon a
It's
time,
the ice dragon thing. Wasn't she white?
once upon a time, you battled at back at Western.
I don't see race, so I don't know.
What kind of element is a white dragon? Or what are their
The
attacks?
ice and frost.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. The woman and she turns into a dragon and then
Yeah, Ashley killed her.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
Pike.
Pike.
We've got a fire
Pike.
guy.
This bodes well if you have already defeated such a creature. Then this should be a very simple task.
Yeah, no problem.
This is gonna be easy.
What do we got to bring back?
They want eyes,
Why are
tongue,
you sweating?
heart, claws, and teeth.
Oh, so anything else we get to keep ourselves?
2 eyes, 1 tongue, 1 heart, 6 claws, and 20 teeth is what they are requesting.
And do we get paid for such items?
Yes, there are individual prices for each individual object. Eyes are 900 gold each. The tongue is 1,200 gold. The heart is 3,500. Claws 250 gold each, and teeth are 50 gold each.
If there are any remaining organs, we can Rochambeau for it.
Very
And
good.
scales, definitely. There'll be plenty of
Yes.
scales.
Plenty of
Yes,
scale.
there will
If
be
we're not
plenty of
dead, that
scales.
is.
Very good for armor and outfit.
Very good for armor.
Yes.
Does it say where this dragon lives?
No.
See, that is part of the job. To find one's quarry is why we are so specialized in the Slayer's Take. So, you may now embark once we signify the pact of the contract. And as she reaches out and touches the edge of it, you can see there are these arcane sigils that are actually on the contract itself. They glow and pulse briefly, and she just walks across the group. First to you, Percy, we're holding it. Place your hand against the contract. As you do, they light up, and you feel a surge of kind of warm energy go through your torso, at which point you now see at the bottom of the contract your name inscribe itself on its own magically to the contract. She then takes it and passes it to each one of you to the same point, and as the spell binds...
What about Trinket?
I suppose he is part of your band, and she reaches out the paper and
Trinket. Shake.
slams it out of her hand, knocking the contract onto the ground. And there's a brief moment where she pulls the paw back, and the paper's a little wrecked a little bit, but there is indeed a paw that inscribes itself on the bottom of the contract for Trinket's insignia. Now, I have a busy day to attend. I wish you the utmost of safety, good luck, and safe travels.
Thank you, I guess.
Bye. I'll alphabetize the rest of those the ingredients when I get back. Don't worry, it's gonna be fine.
I'd appreciate that.
Okay, great.
Good luck.
Bye bye. Thanks again for giving me a chance.
That's great. Please go.
Okay.
Are you the housekeeper here?
No, listen. No, I'm a guild member.
Okay.
On a
Yes.
technicality,
Alright.
but yes, I'm a
But
guild
please,
member.
tell me again, what have you slain?
Well, it's we can.
No, very abbreviated. Just a short. Can you just say the word
The biggest,
of what it is?
Maybe the biggest thing that
Yes.
you say. Just the biggest
Just
one.
what is
It was a warg who almost absconded with my boyfriend Aldor, and at the last minute I
You
interceded.
killed
Got
someone
it.
who was sleeping with your boyfriend.
No, it was a warg. A warg.
Okay.
It's
Is that a thing?
It's a
We
thing.
haven't encountered one of those. I
It's a
don't think.
person that changes into animals, am I right?
No, it's
Something like
a.
A warg is
It projects itself into animals.
in a certain book series. Yes.
I'm a very prolific reader, and I've never read the wargs other than in that circumstance.
In Twilight, that's
Yeah.
That could have been in the fairy tale section of
It
the
also
library.
sparkles. It sparkles in
But
the
only in the
sunlight.
sun.
Wargs in this world are essentially a side breed of large bulbous wolf-like entities.
Oh.
A bulbous dire wolf.
Oh, you killed
So
a wolf.
a bloated wolf.
It's a large
Basically.
wolf.
Like,
Well, that's
okay.
a
It's not quite dire wolf
No,
size.
yeah, that's
A
great.
gaseous wolf.
Like for instance, out of character here outside of the world, in Lord of the Rings, the things that the orcs ride.
They're really scary.
Oh.
It was quite a situation, but it was either the warg or Aldor. And I would do
orcs.
anything to save Aldor.
Yes.
What did he look like when you saw him?
Oh god, here we go
He's a
again.
little dirty.
He looked actually kind of frightened
Was he wearing like an armor, like a reddish sort of very
Did you have your
armor?
glasses?
It was hard to focus on his armor with all of his screaming
and whimpering,
panting.
really.
He is very brave. He
No,
must
yes,
have been
he
danger.
We
seemed
teased
like he
because
would have
we
been
love.
if it hadn't.
He did fine. He fought well. He fought bravely and he treated us fairly.
If he would only
Especially when he got burned by
I'll cut it back
Tiberius.
in the horns.
He lived.
You
burned my
Not the
kind
face.
of boyfriend.
Not the
For finding
face.
a
Not the
nail.
face.
Its face
I didn't
was
do it. It
fine.
wasn't.
We need to talk more about this on the road, but we should get going.
Let's certainly
Yes,
start
let's
talking.
do.
As you all leave, the Huntmaster expectantly waiting for you to exit the guild hall. You find yourself out amongst the streets of Vasselheim with no particular direction in where to find the
Okay.
White Dragon in 3 days.
3 days.
Three
we
days.
can find
Vex.
3 days to slay it, yes.
Hey,
Three
Vex.
days.
Can any of us sense a dragon within 6
That's
miles
what
of here?
I'm doing.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure. I know.
Oh yes, I could cast locate creature.
Oh,
too.
that works too.
Yeah,
Yes,
let's
that
do
would
it.
be
Both
Okay.
Do we
together.
need? Do we need some sort of anything for you to cast the spell?
Oh
like
no, I have all my ingredients.
No, but I mean, do you need to know something of what you're trying to locate, or does it just work on name alone?
As per the locate creature spell, it can only locate creatures within 1,000 feet of the ritual that is completed. But it locates them with pinpoint accuracy.
Oh, that's great.
Well, that's
Well,
good. That's
then we can
useful
use it in
later.
conjunction
Let's get
because
close.
I can use primeval awareness and find any dragons within 6 miles.
You're
Can I try
very
to grow my
skilled.
beard real quick?
What?
Can I try to grow my beard?
You can grow
Yes.
a beard.
Sometimes.
Not really.
33.
That's better.
33. At this point, and you guys noticed it and didn't make a mention because for some of you it was just a very dire morning. But since Grog woke up this morning, he had a very, very nice coat of somewhat bristly, translucent, not very attractive facial hair, but a facial hair by definition.
It's like fishing line coming out of his face.
Damn pirate now, watch out.
Like a 14-year-old whose father doesn't love him enough to teach him how to groom himself.
That's dark.
There's a story there.
Percy's seen some shit.
There's no parental issues over here. None.
Wow.
So, can I do that
All
then?
right.
You can. So you along with Trinket by your side, you find a small
I
space.
can't find his exact location, but I can.
You can
How far
gather
are
the
we
general.
from the wood at this point?
You are still in the city of Vasselheim. You're in the Quad Roads district, which is kind of the most central portion of the city. This is kind of the Arathis-driven area. You're about a 15-minute walk from the nearest walls that exit out into the Vesper Timberland.
15.
All right.
I mean, do I know anything about where the dragon might be, or?
You have no idea. This would be one of those occasions where your best bet would be research or asking around.
Dragon.
So can I? Can I?
Drac. Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
No, don't do that.
So you take a moment, you ground yourself, and you kind of place your hands on the dirt and take in the general feel of all natural creatures and unnatural beasts that you're attuned to in the vicinity. You focus on the essence of what is dragon and dragonkin, dragonkind, and find that within the 6 mile radius, there is nothing that catches your attention.
Shit.
All right. Lyra.
Lyra,
I'm
thank
sorry.
you for asking, because
Sorry.
some people just don't care.
Yes. I want to get it right. Who you've been living here for quite some time, I imagine.
Well, I grew
As a
up
guild
here
member.
With my uncle Randy. You want to go meet him? No, probably not.
No, unless he is knowledgeable about dragons. I was going to ask you, where should we go to ask who might know things about the woods, about the wilds, about where dragons might keep?
That is a very good question. I would say Aldor, but he will not talk to me. So,
That's unfortunate.
it is really. Do you want to talk about it? Because I could use some advice.
Zara, what about you? Do you know
We could have some girl
about
talk later,
dragons
but
and-
right
No,
now,
I
focus
do-
on the dragon.
Okay.
I don't know where the dragons are, but
Well-
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to interrupt, but I can use beast speech. And so if we come close to anything, I could ask potentially to understand, maybe get an idea.
Well, there may be
or-
somebody at the Abundant Terrace who might know something about the woods and directions. That
Okay.
might be a good place to start. It's a section of town where it's they concentrate on yes. So we can go there.
All right. Let's do that.
Yes.
Let's go there, please,
way.
God.
All right. So in following Lyra, towards the Abundant Terrace, which is on the western side of the town, this area is very different in visual style. As soon as you approach this kind of small hill that leads into the terrace proper, it is almost entirely farmland. In this strange, harsh environment, there was something about this entire district that is structured to be the source of vegetation, crops, and essentially feeding a large portion of the population here. You also see there are a series of small temple towers and statues that are focused around a particular deity. I want you guys to go ahead and roll religion real fast.
Just roll a d20.
And add your religion.
Yeah.
Starting off
Yeah,
well.
great first roll.
First roll was not good.
23.
Oh, that's fine.
All right.
22.
Which you know this information, but before you can even say it, as you're eagerly to mention, you sense that there is the worship of Melora here. Melora, which is considered the goddess of wilderness and the sea, and is one of the 5, soon to be 6, if Pike's Temple raises, deities that essentially rule the belief system and lifestyle of the city of Vasselheim. And so through the blessing and touch of Melora in this district, they're able to treat the land as magically fertile territory to grow. And you gather upon stepping inside that there's a cluster of kind of dirty looking but very, very cluttered and busy taverns, inns, general stores. Like the entire portion of the town that isn't that portion of the district that isn't farmland is just jammed into this one little corner. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Six.
21.
22.
20.
Percy?
17.
17.
17. All right. You guys kind of split up a little bit briefly to try and find more information. One of the groups that coalesces is Vex, Scanlan, and Lyra. The 3 of you come upon a place called the Midnight Breath Tavern. You step inside and speak for a bit, and eventually you meet the co-owner, a gentleman named Dagon, who is an older human. He has what looks like a reddish but somewhat patchy red and brown beard. A couple scars on his body, but nothing like battle worn. More just a person who's existed in this harsh landscape for a while. And you guys are asking around and talking about dragons, mentioning dragons, and somebody points in his direction and says, "Oh, dragon! You're gonna want to talk to Dagon about that. He's the one who sees dragons."
Sees them.
Let's go.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'll walk over to
Oh, you're
Dagon.
not with us, alright.
No.
Well,
You're with me. We're still wandering about.
You guys are wandering about that.
Friends with me. Are we outside? Is that
You guys are in the process of kind of asking around. You'll meet up with them in just a moment. So this team of
You're very attractive. Use your wiles.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
The wiles kill.
Dagon, is that your name?
That's my name.
Oh. I've heard
Cleaning a glass.
many things about your knowledge of dragons.
Dragons.
Yes.
You've seen it. You've seen the
I
dragon.
have seen dragons, and they suck.
You hear a couple snickers down the bar, and he goes, "Shut the hell up."
Unless you like them. Do you like them?
No one around here likes a dragon
Okay,
properly.
right, 'cause-
At least none that I've come across. No, I swears it. I saw this one. All right. I was up north, about 2 days travel northwest of here via the Glass Walk Road. That's 2 days travel horseback, mind you.
The glass walk road.
The Glass Walk Road, yeah.
Yes, of course.
I was heading to Moldire to, visit my brother. Some of my family more lives up in that northern area. It's freezing cold, too chilly for my tastes. But I was going to visit, and no more than 2 days up there, a nasty blizzard blows in out of nowhere. It just starts wrecking the entire roadside. Slick with ice, we decided to go ahead and make camp, me and a couple of the others who were journeying with me. We head off the road, set up a small camp, throw up some tents, and thankfully, at least within the canopy of the forest, it's easy enough for us to escape the barrage of the elements. But it was a very, very cold night. Our fire began to go out, and we were a little worried.
And then there was a dragon.
Yeah, get to the dragon. I'm sorry.
Hold on, let me tell my story.
That was very rude.
I'm sorry,
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
sorry, I
I'm
spoke
so
out of
sorry. I
turn.
don't know him that well.
It's all right, I'm used to it. And a voice over there says, "Hey, it's like I will kick you
I
out."
believe that you
I will
saw a
kick-
dragon, and I believe that it was white because you were in a blizzard, right? Am I right?
I'll get to that. Patience. Now, we're sitting there, and you get the feeling around you. There's like 8 other people under this tavern who are all like facing their hands. Like the story's probably been told dozens of times, over and over again. So partway into the night, We're trying to keep warm through this. Suddenly we hear this terrifying roar that just streaks across the sky. We could hear it over the blistering sound of the snow and sleet battered against our tent. I rush outside to take a look. Not sure what to find, but instead, I see what looks to be a pack of 4 dire wolves converging on our camp. Large, nasty
Very much
beasts.
like a warg, if you will.
Warg-like, a little larger, yes.
Okay.
How large? Do you want to tell? How large proportionally would you say that it was? No. Okay. Go. Keep going.
Well, no, I mean, if you want to, if you're talking warg versus direwolf, warg's still pretty large, about, good.
I know.
3 or
I've seen
4.
one.
Yes.
You know what happened with me? I got into the guild.
Oh
because-
god,
Wait,
there we
actually,
go.
Okay. Yes. Go on.
dragon.
on the orc way.
So, this pack of direwolves are converging on me. I myself am fearful, but I know that if I'm going to make a stand, now's the time to do it. So I reach over and I draw my dagger and prepare myself to
That
defend.
is a giant dagger, if I've ever seen one.
Thank you. He resheathes it. A little blush to his cheeks. And I prepared myself to accept possible defeat. These terrifying beasts. Then a secondary roar breaks out, this time not from around, but above. Incoming, streaking out of the clouds above, I see, believe me, a dragon, wingspan huge, claws
I
and teeth
would never have
gnashing.
guessed that's where that was going. White dragon?
White as the snow that encased the skyline. It streaks down and snatch! Takes one of the wargs in its jaws. Listen, the warg screeching about angrily. It throws it into the air, and from its mouth cascades a blistering, freezing cascade of ice and sleet. The warg itself freezes in midair. Before it can plummet, the creature then closes its jaws, snatching down on that warg and biting it in 2. And in one fell stroke, as the pieces of ice clatter to the ground, the rest of the warg scatter. I believe that dragon saved our life that night.
Well, that's great. How did you make it back without dying?
Well, apparently the dragon had it filled, and the dire wolves went off, so we packed up and went right on back. Never made it to Moldai.
Did the dragon keep flying in the direction of the glass walk road, or did it go east or west, or which way?
I have no idea, actually. We just ran. We turned tail and got the hell out of there as fast as we could.
That was
Thank
quite
you,
a
sir.
story.
That was stirring.
Quite a
Really
You believe me?
story.
You believe me on this?
We believe.
Not only do we believe you, but we want to tell others of this. In fact, I'm a bit of a performer. I may write a song about your exploits.
Could you?
Actually, could I roll for perception or insight to see if he's telling the truth on everything?
Go ahead and roll inside.
No.
Ooh.
2.
Oh, 2. No, 17.
17.
No, that is a 7. No, is that a 17 or
11.
That's 11.
17.
17. All right. He seems not the most complicated man. So reading his intent is easier than a lot of individuals you've had to keep an eye on previously. He is eager to tell the story and is in full belief. The frustration and the only things that detract from his childlike excitement at telling this tale is his moments of side-looking frustration to the other members of the tavern that do not take him seriously, it seems. But Dagon does seem to be truthful, at least believing in what he's saying to you.
Thank you so much for your information. I take a gold coin. I'm just like, is this enough? Yes, that's good. Thank you. So we'll be going. Yeah.
Can I just perception and see how heavy that bag of gold actually looks? I just want to know.
Make a perception check.
I want to roll the gold dice, please. Ooh. 24.
24. As she reaches into a pouch, there is a rather large, visibly bulging pouch to her side that is in no way, shape, or form even attempting to be covertly hidden.
She's got a Scrooge McDuck bag.
Seemingly.
Does it make her limp? I'm so sorry.
Oh goodness, guys, we are gonna have to get some warm clothing. It seems like that.
Yes,
so let's
it's
go
going to
shopping.
I love this plan.
Yes.
Dagon.
It is Dagon. Remember the name Dagon for
Dagon.
yourself.
I will definitely write a song.
I can write it
for
down
you.
for you.
No, I can remember that. But will we have any trouble finding this place? Would we need a guide, someone who's possibly been there before? Would that make the journey?
Oh, I ain't going back. Y'all's crazy if you're going back there.
Okay.
I would say just look for where the blizzard's coming from. That seemed to be the harbinger of the beast.
Go to the blizzard.
2 days on horseback or 2 days walking?
2 days on horseback.
Oh.
Up the glass walk.
Oh my gosh, we'll have to get horses too.
Yes.
Well, let's go.
Does the guild give you
We've only got 3
money?
days.
As far as you know, horses are provided to full-fledged hunting members. You got the feeling in your very, very brief preparation for this that part of the test was to secure your own transportation.
Lovely.
So I think we're on our own.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's just part of our perseverance to prove that we are worthy of being. I mean, I'm in the guild, just to be clear. But
You're a member.
we're just going to have. Yes, I am a member.
Yes,
Did you
I-
hear how I got in? It's really a fun
No, I heard it
story.
was sort of a technicality.
Oh, it
I
was.
can't wait to hear.
Okay, great. Maybe around the campfire.
Yes.
Well, you could sing about it.
I could
maybe.
if you told me the details. Yes. Or you know what? See, I do forget a lot. Maybe you could just write them down quietly to yourself and just give me a note.
Okay, as long as it's a love story between me and Aldor, I'll tell you how to spell it. Okay, well, let's go meet the rest of the group.
Thank you,
Right.
Dagon.
As we're leaving, I walk up behind Lyra and I put my hands on her shoulder, and then I reach down and grab her bag of gold, and I and look down to it and I say, "You might want to keep a better eye on this, darling. There are very, very nasty people around."
Oh my
You're
goodness.
traveling with some of them.
I didn't take anything. I'm simply letting you know.
That is so nice of you. I'm gonna buy you the prettiest cloak as thanks.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
You have lovely eyes.
Thank you. I've never had a friend before. This is so great.
Maybe when we shop, you can tell me all about Aldor.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, he is so handsome.
What are you doing?
As you guys step out of the tavern, you walk up to the other members of your party, Zara, Grog, and Percy.
God.
So what have you discovered?
Northwest, cold,
Blizzard.
dragon, blizzard.
It
2
ices
days. We need
things.
horses.
We'll
You-
definitely
Right.
need some sort of protection against ice attacks.
I have a question. I'm not good with numbers, but it's a 2 days journey there
Yeah.
and a 2 days journey back.
We do have an airship.
Is that 4 and we have 3 days to do this in?
Don't we have an airship?
How are we gonna do that exactly?
I mean, I'm not the
Yeah,
brightest in the
you
bunch,
do-
but
You do know that contracts complete upon the quarry being slain. As the contract is binding.
We have 3 days to get home. It's hard.
That's
two days to get
reading
there.
a
2
little
days
bit
to get
fast.
there and 1 day to slay it.
Thereabouts.
Yeah,
yes.
one-
Is that about it?
Yeah. Once the creature is actually slain and the pieces are harvested, then the contract is completed. Then you can take your time returning.
thank God.
Great, we can ride it down the mountain.
Really?
No.
Well, where can we get some horses up in this?
We need horses
Yes.
and cloaks. We need
We
warm
definitely
things,
need
some
warm
furs.
things.
Yeah.
wool.
Two
I mean,
fancy clothes.
I have warm cloaks for the parties, and half of our parties in here, so we can have them.
Will you need some cold weather
I
clothes?
believe so.
Zara?
I believe it would be nice.
And
Just for
Lyra, did
chatting.
you bring anything?
Well, I can go by my uncle's house and get pretty much anything.
Wait, would he have enough for us?
Oh well, goodness, he's the trade ambassador to here. It's funny. We have a lot of warehouses. It's so fun to
Let's
go.
go do that. Yes.
Wait,
go
wait.
do
So
that.
does he give discounts to family members?
Oh, I can just I can persuade him to.
Lyra, I think we're going to be best
Way to
friends.
bury the
Lyra,
lead.
does he have access to horses?
I don't.
You haven't ever had any sort of discussions with them in regards to horses.
Yes.
You know there are a few liveries throughout town, but you don't think you have any family ties to them directly.
It's not not directly. I mean, it's trade more than that. Yeah. So we. But
This
I
is
know
your
some
Uncle
places-
Randy?
Uncle Randy, yes, you know about him.
His legend.
trade ambassador.
His legend has been
Yes.
sung far and
Oh,
wide.
it's so fantastic. He's so kind-hearted. He took me in when I was. Anyway, we'll talk about it over fire camp.
Come on, everybody.
So, can we find horses in the area?
A brief look about, you find a livery not too far from the outskirts of this district.
Yes.
As you enter, the gentleman who runs it there is eager. It's like, well, can you go ahead and buy some horses? Well, certainly. Well,
Well,
We rent
renting-
them. Let's
renting
rent them for a
horses.
week.
Thinking about renting is this area. If you're riding out with horses, a lot of them don't make their way back.
How about we rent them, and then if they don't make their way back, we'll pay you the difference.
We'll leave you a hefty deposit.
May I?
That could possibly work, yes.
Cast
I-
suggestion.
Oh, try it. Do it.
I wouldn't tell
To
him that.
cast suggestion. Are you all right? Am I all right?
No, go for it. You go for it.
I cast suggestion.
Okay, so while you guys are in this conversation, you go ahead and stay back and you make a few symbols with your fingers, whispering under your breath. You complete the suggestion spell. What's the DC of your spells? It should be on the top of your spell page. the top of your actual like sheet that has all the things listed.
Got a bunch of nonsense.
D17.
Is it 17? All right. What do you want to suggest?
Nice.
You shall lend us the horses, knowing that we shall take very good care of them. And we may keep them for as long as we like.
As you're having this conversation, he kind of looks up at the group and goes, "No, you know what? You all look like a very trustworthy group, and I wouldn't want to, breed any sort of ill will for future business.
Right. I mean,
establishments.
Uncle Randy, after all.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you the horses, rental half price. I trust you bring them back. Don't worry about any sort of deposit. I believe you're trustworthy folk.
Wow.
That's
Thank you, sir.
lovely.
So for 6 horses, we're looking for a rental price of around, say 50 gold for the lot rental.
Done.
We could
Wait,
save
well-
a little if I shared a horse
Yeah.
with you.
Oh, what? No, I'd rather have my own horse. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
You can ride with me, Scanlan.
Nothing.
But, Trinket... does Trinket... Is he...
Shut down.
Is he right? Is he as fast as a horse?
Trinket would probably be struggling to keep up with you guys.
Well, how...
Should we leave Trinket?
No!
I always want to leave
Why do you
Trinket.
always want to leave?
Do you have any?
Why
He
forget?
only almost dies every time.
I know, he almost dies every time I put him in battle.
I think
It's
he's
ridiculous.
adorable, and it would be really nice to
he is
have him
adorable,
along.
isn't he?
You guys, it's so beautiful to see the friendship that you have. If I had that with another person, say Aldor, it would be.
Aldor
Oh
is-
God.
Yeah.
Do you have any
Okay.
Clydesdales
What
or
if-
giant
what if the
horses
time-
for me begging
Stop him
ass?
getting a cat, by any chance. So it's just a suggestion.
I think we could probably facilitate. I can't say it'll have much of a shelf life, depending on how much you ride it, but...
That's what people say about me. That's fine.
He pulls out a very, very nice-looking war horse that looks like it's designed to carry very heavy soldiers. Still unproven as to whether or not it'll be able to carry you, but we shall see.
Yeah.
And once again, the horse travel wasn't like 2 days of straight gallop. It was
okay.
a casual trot in which Trinket could probably keep up, but you guys might have to take a break every now and then because
Okay.
it's still a
Well,
mare.
that's doable.
We're gonna make him earn it.
Don't you want to ride
Oh.
Trinket, Scanlan?
I've got like 5 more. I've been saving them up for this entire game.
Right.
What?
For every bear pun,
Nothing.
every
Just
bear pun
nothing.
that
Oh,
happens,
pun
an
doesn't
angel
get
loses its wings.
So, may we give you our gold? And
Yes, here's our goal.
Certainly, I'll give you your horses.
Wait, who's
The party is.
But have our
Rex.
passes here, so
Oh, just don't. I'll just do it. There you go.
thank you.
Oh,
Bye bye.
oh,
Nice
so
to
kind.
meet
So
you.
generous.
Yeah. this is-
You know,
That's
Lyra,
excellent.
you
Thanks,
are
Lyra.
That's
such
her
a
name
wonderful
already. It's
person.
Lyra.
Lyra.
She's a wonderful
Well
person.
done, Lyra. Very good.
Now I need to talk with you. And when we go out, are we leaving yet?
Yes. The stable boy starts bringing horses over. The rest of you begin like putting all your materials up and kind of strapping them to the saddles. And what did you want to do?
Listen, Missy, I am the leader of this, and the fact that you pulled out a spell and did not say "and," it's just not even the way I want to conduct my team. So if you are going to use underhanded tactics, you need to clear them with me first because I'm the leader.
My spell casting is actually overhand, but
What?
I understand. And I shall keep that in mind, and I do apologize.
Really?
I think
Yes, I apologize very deeply. Very, very sincerely.
I was just a leader. I did it.
Well done.
Yay! We're gonna have a great journey.
that was impressive. You put her in her place, asserted yourself, but you
But
were
I was polite, right?
you were firm but fair.
Firm
you
but
were
fair.
firm but
I
fair.
am
but
very,
fair,
very nervous that somebody's going to die when we find this
I
dragon.
hope it's me.
So horses ready, mounted up. You guys gather all of your materials. You ride up back through the braving grounds to the northwestern exit to the outside wall. Anything else?
So protection against ice magic. Does anybody have stuff that works for that?
We needed to go to
Lyra,
Uncle
do
Randy's.
you know any? Oh yes.
Well, we were going to go get some.
That's right.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the warehouse that's on the edge of the district.
Okay.
Where we're going, we're gonna get some, furs and all this sort of stuff.
Easy enough. You guys follow Lyra down to the outside of the quad roads. There is one warehouse she goes to. She knocks on the door, and as it opens up, you can see a rather calmly-looking gentleman with a nice, soft, almost like a purple blue beret, a little bit of a heavy set kind of neck bulge that kind of rests over the top of his little doublet. And he opens it. He looks up. Yeah, what can I? Oh, Lyra.
Hi! Oh my gosh! How are you?
Oh, what do you want this time?
Well, it's funny because I finally got an assignment with the guild. Can you believe it? It's like, whoa.
No,
Uncle
I
Randy's
can't
gonna be
believe it.
Oh, really?
But good for you.
Thank you. So anyway, me and my friends, because they're my friends now.
You know what? She's
Best
sort of
friends.
our leader.
I'm
Yes.
the
You
leader,
must know, Randy.
right?
He gives a very, very long, judgmental, mistrusting look across all 5 of you.
Should we call you Uncle?
Please don't.
You know what, Mr. Randy? We had our doubts about
Well, that's not
yours.
no, he's not my uncle. No. My uncle is not here. He's just this is one of his managers. Yeah, very important.
Oh, I'm
He's
sorry.
gonna be Uncle Randy is gonna eat his hat, isn't he? I got a leadership position. Anyway,
What
can
do
you
you
help us
need, Lyra?
out? We're going into the we're going to the blizzard. Can you believe that? And you know how much I hate the cold, but we do need to be provisioned. So what do we have in the crates that we can help?
He closes the door. A minute goes by.
Did you?
I thought.
2 minutes go
Oh,
by.
he's gonna hook us up. He's gonna hook us up. Really?
Really?
I cast.
What?
I use Mask of Many Faces,
Oh.
and I disguise myself
Oh.
Zara.
as Uncle Frank.
Uncle
Randy.
Randy.
Uncle Randy. Frankly, my dear, I am
It's not
Uncle
Uncle
Randy.
Frank anymore.
All right. You have not seen Uncle Randy,
Oh, balls!
which is the only downside to that.
Balls and a half.
You could.
No pictures of the wall anywhere I can look at outside.
Just
You're
go on
great,
Facebook.
big,
Facebook.
beautiful. This is
He looks
where
like
he
Joel Palmer.
sells things.
Un-
Great.
Unfortunately, no. But if there's any other form you would like to take, you're welcome to.
Oh, bloody hell. I'm going to knock loudly.
Well, this is
Oh,
just
yes.
this is egg on face situation.
He's looking for stuff, right?
The door opens at this point, kind of almost pushing you back on your heels. You catch yourself as he comes out carrying a large pile of what look like relatively well-kept furs and thick leather cloaks, and just kind of shoves them into your arms. Be safe, little one. Closes the door.
Try and get him back in one piece.
That's sweet.
great.
See?
Very
You-
kind of
I
him.
came through, guys. I came through.
You did.
You did.
Just remember, I came through. Okay.
We'll write
Right.
a good comment card when we get back.
Definitely.
Can I get the one that slit up the back? You know, my tail. That's to whip about.
All right, we're loaded up. We've got horses. We've got healing potions. We've got.
Loaded for bear, as it were.
Oh, great. Trinket's wonderful.
Yes, he is.
And kind of like nuzzles up alongside, but
Shall we set off?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's head off.
Let's do.
Do you want to go one more time to the Braving Grounds, Grog, and just try
No.
your hand against? No.
Why don't we slay the dragon first?
All
and
right.
then
Yeah.
he can punch
Since we're on,
things.
a time crunch.
You're right.
schedule.
You're right. There is a.
Everyone's good on weapons.
I haven't finished my training montage yet. Gotta run through the snow, I've got to do pull-ups on trees, inverted sit-ups.
Slay a dragon
Even
with
feel the
that.
paramount.
Along the
All right.
glass hand
And
road.
Glass walk road.
That's what.
Glass walk.
you embark
Glass walk
upon
with
the
me.
Glass Walk Road, which forms right in the outskirts of the Braving Grounds. You are let through the front gates to the outside to the Vesper Timberland, and this is the first time you've actually seen a formal road that is carved and at least traversed enough that the Timberland hasn't completely consumed it. You can still see various tree roots and branches are progressively, almost angrily pushing in towards the scape, but you get the feeling based on the cuts that whoever goes through here, or at least some people go through here, they keep it relatively well kept for travel up north. You ride out into it, and the canopy almost completely encloses it, so it's like a tunnel of very dense tree, vine, and kind of leaf structure. You push forward out into the cold air and begin to ride for the remainder of the day. A good 8 or 9 hours hit before the chill begins to grow. The sun begins to find itself setting across the far mountains, and the forest around you grows darker and darker still.
Probably make
I think we
camp.
should make camp. Should we make camp? I think we should. Yes, we should make camp.
I shall take first watch.
I have a firewood bundle that we can make a fire with.
There's also lots of wood around, Grog.
Yes.
And I have an axe, let's do that instead. Can I find a really tiny tree and start hacking away at it?
Tiny?
Yeah, tiny. We don't need to kill like grandpa tree, we'll kill baby tree.
Keyleth would be proud.
Don't.
miss
How
my
about don't
brother.
tell Keyleth?
Okay. You guys get off of the main road, as that's probably not a very good area to be out in the open. You find, after about a 5-10 minute walk, a small opening, and along the way you find a tree that looks viable. There's a small slope of hill that heads up to an upper platform area, maybe about 5-10 feet up, and a small opening that you think would be a fitting place to put a fire that wouldn't be in danger of setting any of the nearby vegetation aflame. You go ahead and start looking for firewood. Just go ahead and make an athletics roll.
16.
All right. After a good 15-20 minute period, relatively brief for most folk, you come back with a nice hefty stack of firewood from the driest small tree you could find.
Good job,
Hey,
Grog.
Zara.
Well
Well
done.
done.
You impressed?
Yes.
Cord strength to you, sir.
Throwing the wood down, you begin to set up small stones into a fire pit establishment and begin building a fire just as the entirety of the sun disappears behind the distant mountain range. At this point, the temperature has gotten extremely cold, and most of you begin to pull up your winter cloaks and kind of get your bedrolls ready for an evening's bit of rest. Is there anything in particular that you guys want to do before the night and sleep take you?
I would like to go out. Has the moon risen?
About 2 hours into nightfall, you can see a gentle bit of moonlight begin to appear off the distant horizon to the kind of northeast. You can gather from your position. It's hard to see because the trees are so thick, but you kind of take a moment to walk through and you can see little bits of the moonlight peeking.
Just bask in what little rays I can for 10-15 minutes before retiring.
Anything else you guys wish to do?
I'm gonna change my my stone, my transmuter stone, to be resisting ice. Or
That's really
Good
good.
call.
I
call
need
indeed.
something like that.
Alrighty.
Do we have any magic stuff
I
that
have
makes
a-
us resistant?
I have a ring of protection. May I do that
Yes.
around the
Oh,
camp?
well, the ring of protection is an actual ring you wear.
Oh, I have a ring.
Yes, you do.
And
And it protects you.
me.
Yep.
You see, I'm learning everything all at once. Oh, you do? Oh, yours is nice.
Very helpful.
Yeah, we don't have any like ice resisting things outside of that. Damn. All right.
Or fire spells. Fire spells will be very
Oh, I have a fire spell.
excellent.
That's how I took down the ward. So anyway, we were in the forest,
Oh.
and
How powerful is it? Is it because I can conjure something that it would be very too large for this particular.
I mean, I think a fireball would not help here. I can do firebolt, but there's really no use in doing
Oh,
that.
starting a
right now.
fire?
I could start the fire.
Do we not have a fire
Oh,
going?
yeah,
we have a
of
fire.
course we have a fire.
No, it's when we
You guys look over and Grog is sitting there like rubbing wood together.
Grog, 1 second. Here.
No, I'm helping getting so close. Alright. Take all the joy out of everything.
As the ranger, who is very well experienced in surviving in woodland areas, starts the fire that had taken you a good 5-6 minutes of aggressively fighting against the water-soaked wood of this woodland. She lights the flames.
I warmed it up first.
Thank you, Grog. You did. You
Yeah.
really did.
You're welcome.
All right. Is anyone keeping watch?
I'll keep watch.
All right. So you're taking first watch. You take first watch.
She had, Zara had volunteered
Zara had
for
first
first
watch.
I'll take
Okay.
second watch.
You
then.
can take second watch.
All right. So Zara takes first watch. Percy takes second watch.
Can I watch with Zara?
If you'd like to.
Third what?
Third watch for God. All right.
No watch.
I would take watch just for the record, but I just
You
get
just
so
sleep.
peckish.
You need your beauty rest.
I'm sleeping, yes, thank you.
You're gonna be clear for leading tomorrow.
I really need my head clear, and I just cannot function without sleep. There was one time when I.
Oh man,
yes.
no, yeah.
I think, shall we?
Yes.
First watch, Percy.
No.
Oh, is it you and I?
It's us.
I'm
so
second
sorry.
watch.
Second watch.
It's
Right.
All right. As the rest of you make your bedrolls prepared, kind of gathered around the fire, eventually drift off to sleep. Vex and Zara are left awake.
Do you need help carrying your purse? Your bag?
Oh no, it's quite comfortable against my side actually.
Could I feel how heavy it is?
It's not heavy at all. We don't have anything in it, darling.
Alright.
Where do you come from?
Ah. I come.
We just don't see very many tieflings around here.
No, I come from very far away. It took quite a long time for me to get here. I come from the land of Ferren.
Ferren.
Yes. Very far off, mountainous, dark, very dark.
And you left because...
My father was killed. And I was left to my own in the woods. So I left.
Well, that sounds familiar.
Oh, it does?
Yes, actually.
Why? Why is that?
My mother was killed.
She was?
Yes.
By whom?
A dragon. I wonder if it was white.
I wonder if it was.
Shit. I mean,
What about your father?
My father's alive.
And what is he?
An asshole, actually.
Really? Mine was an asshole too.
Really?
He was. He was a dark wizard. He was awful.
Wow. Mine's just a jerk.
Kept me in a cage.
Zora.
I know.
Getting a bit personal here on fire.
Sorry. I thought we were bonding.
Here, have some food.
Thank you. God, what is this?
Oh, disgusting. Grog found it. I don't know.
It's wood.
Is it wood? All right. At least it's elm.
As you guys munch and awkwardly make your way through conversation through the evening, eventually your watch comes to a close and you guys are able to go to rest. Percy, you take up second watch.
I do.
About 3-4 hours go by without incident. Eventually your watch comes to a close. You found yourself just past the middle of the night period of the evening. Who has the third watch? Was that
I do.
Grog? All right.
Wake up, Grog.
What? Hey, Mom!
Grog.
Sorry. Oh.
Is he always this loud?
Yes.
Alright, keep sleeping. I mean, keep sleeping. You're safe while I'm out.
Aldor, what? Huh?
As the rest of you maintain or continue your sleep, Grog keeps a very watchful eye in the darkened woods around. Grog, go make a perception check.
Shit. Me?
Yes.
Oh, he's the worst.
I see everything. Yes! Minus 16.
16, okay. All right. As you're keeping your eyes around you for any sort of dangerous or encroaching villainy, the fire itself is slightly mesmerizing in its pattern, and you kind of looking off to the right, you hear a slight snapping of a twig about 15-20 feet off from the camp.
I'll go to check it out by myself.
What?
Okay. You stand up, lifting your axe, and begin to take a few steps away from the camp. As you turn around one of the nearby tree trunks, the first thing you're greeted by in the darkness. Do you have dark vision?
I've low. Wait, the dwarven belt of beard power gives me. I have dark vision out to a range of 60 feet.
You do. So as you turn the corner, you get about a step before you notice about 15 feet away from you.
Beard tingles.
There is a very large fur covered wolf-like creature that is
Is it a warg?
snarling at you with bony protrusions from parts of its body. It stands from ground to the top of its shoulder, almost up to your entire height. And it is currently snarling, and behind it you can see there are two very gingerly stepping humanoid figures in the darkness.
I yell out, playtime!
As you all wake up,
Where is it?
we're gonna go to our break. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break here for us to go ahead and feed real fast on the wonderful food purchased by our beautiful chat room. And we'll be back here. We also are going to show a really cool video as we recently put up our challenge to the Critterverse of all the critters that watch the show. The Cancer Cream Pie Challenge. Those of you who haven't seen it, you can go look it up.
Cancer.
Cream cancer. There you go.
Cancer of the cream.
Cancer of the cream, if you will. And a bunch of our fans took up the challenge, and there's a wonderful video compilation of that. We'll go ahead and put that up here in a moment, but we'll be back shortly to see what dangers have been unveiled in the nearby forest.
Yar!
Wow.
See what's there.
On Twitter, and I have accepted the Critical Role Cast Cream Cancer Challenge. This is dedicated to my mom, who fought long and hard and bravely for 10 years. I love you, Mom. Alright, let's do this. Go! Alright, that's actually quite delicious. Ooh, like that! Here's more!
Hey guys, it's Meg, also known as HuffleGirl77 over at the forum and on Twitter. And I just want to dedicate this giant pile of ridiculousness to the people in my life who are struggling with cancer right now. Sucks, guys. We gotta figure something out. So, all right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, it's recording?
Yep.
Okay, ready?
Alrighty.
With your glasses and everything?
With my glasses and everything.
Okay, say something about it first. Okay, you ready?
Okay, Twitter handle is Mother Madeline or that Alice in the Twitch chat. Going to pie myself in the face because apparently I like torturing myself. I have my mom using the camera who is smiling like a goofball. So, ready?
Go!
That is...
What, gold? Is gold? Delicious! Make it porn, right, Jen? Here.
Hi, Pop.
Hurry up.
Would you like some?
Finish it up. What are you doing? What are you doing? Let me see your face.
What?
Let me see your face.
Okay.
Done?
I instantly regret that.
Hi, I'm Minazuki Luka. This is for my mom, my aunt, my grandpa, an old classmate of mine, and a neighbor who passed away last year. Yeah. That's refreshing. Oh, scheiße.
Hello, I'm Fernando, F. Nidrock on Twitter.
Hi, my name is Jan, aka Mertorial, and my Twitter handle is @Mertorial. I got challenged by the cast of Critical Role for the Cream for Cancer challenge for Bones for Bailey, and I'm here to do it. I challenge Joe Beretta and Steven Saragosa from Sourcehead, and then now Smosh for Joe, and I hope that they'll do it. So, now as you can see, I have some cream, and I'll do my best to get it done. So one was enough. And now I shall take this, and this is for all my creators out there. Have fun, and I will include the link for Bones for Bailey when I upload it myself. Well, let's have some fun, I guess. I always wanted to do that actually, so that was kind of fun. Well, please go donate to cancer research, and I'll link down below to boastforbailey.com, which is a site that has 3 different links on it that you can go and donate to. So have fun, guys, and goodbye.
Alright guys, well gosh, thanks for watching everybody. So here's what I want you to do next. I want you to go to www.bowsforbailey.com. That's BOWS, the number 4, Bailey, BAILEY.com. What you're going to find there is a bunch of links for some charities that you can donate to and just more information. So please go check that out. Give if you're able. Let's make childhood cancer a thing of the past.
It's time to rally the Critter Nation. We are an awesome force for good, so let's use our voices, our money, whatever we are able to give, and make a promise today that we will see the end of cancer in our lifetime. We can do it, but only if we work together and support movements like Bows for Bailey.
We critters would like to challenge the following amazing people. Fellow critters, get your butts out there, put a pie on your face, let's change the world. Our benevolent overlord Zack, or whoever his noble-heartedness deems worthy proxy. The entirety of Wizards of the Coast, because without them we would not be here. And last but not least, the amazing Vin Diesel, who has been making D&D cool for a long time. Let's get this done. Fuck cancer.
Welcome back. So, a couple things I wanted to mention before we jump back into the game. I'm sure you guys have noticed our new format. We're trying out different new visual styles for the show to kind of match the mood and kind of up the quality of it. So we're working out some kinks and appreciate you hanging with us in that. And things will progressively getting better as we push forward from here. But hope you like the new format. This is all put together by our wonderful overlord and his crack team of Twitch experts. But also, wanted to mention to you guys that the 5K and a bear t-shirts that are up because of the ridiculous trinket 5K arrival from last week's episode is available for one more day. So if you want to get that, get it soon, because once it's gone, it's gone. So make sure to go check that out if you're interested. Other than that, are we good to go ahead and continue? Perfect. All right. So, first and foremost, I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, God.
Yay.
Okay, how did I just immediately forget that's what we were doing?
Okay.
And roll it.
I don't know how that's possible, but yeah.
Shit. Better.
There should be a laser in there somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
So that way you can kind of vaguely say, move me.
I love it.
Oh, I gotta put my glasses on. Sorry.
Yeah, it's far away.
You mean
Good
your
thing
magic glasses?
My magic glasses.
Your
for seeing.
spectacles.
Indeed. That's what it
This is so exciting.
Alrighty. So,
Mary and Felicia. This is fun. Come on.
Thank you.
This is amazing, you guys.
It's okay. It's okay.
I guess. Cool. So, initiative rolls for everyone. There will be a mild surprise round here, except for Grog. But we have initiatives from here. Percy, what you got?
16.
16 for Percy. Felicia.
4.
Whoa! 8.
Okay, Lyra and Scanlan.
8.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
5.
Oh, God. Why
You
did we
guys.
all roll terribly?
We'll be dead before we leave.
Oh, this is wonderful. You're all gonna die.
You're all gonna
Never a good sign.
I should have grabbed some of that dessert that's here.
16.
I just had a couple.
16.
They're
Only
great.
a macaroon.
And
Percy, you were
sure
16 as well?
Liam can get us
16.
some more.
Maybe your
All right. So, in this regard,
What am I?
Grog, you are actually going first. Everyone else, you're currently in the process of waking up, and so there's going to be a round before it gets to the rest of you.
Wake up!
Percy! Trinket wakes up. Grog, you look, you see the big direwolf-like creature is currently staring at you from across the way, and you see other entities, humanoid, coming towards you. As your dark vision allows you to take out their features, you can see these are very heavily fur-covered, dense leather armor protected, roving band of straight-up orcs that are currently converging on the campsite from the center of the woods. What are you going to do?
You look like someone I just saw recently. I would like to rage, and I will charge the direwolf puppy thing and swing at its head with my great axe.
All right, so you immediately go into a Grog-style charge. You guys can hear Grog yelling in furious anger echoing through the nearby wood in the direction you heard his initial shout that woke you up. Grog, you rush forward towards the direwolf. Go ahead and make your 2 attacks.
26.
That hits.
25.
Both hit.
That was really good.
Nice. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Thank you. 10 and 18. 28.
Great. Okay. So as you rush forward, your axe smack hits into the side of the direwolf, slamming into its shoulder. You can see as you pull the draw the axe out of the wound, you've left a nice hearty gash into the muscle tissue that holds its arm to its shoulder. The other one, as you bring the axe around the other side, it slams into the upper part of its back. It sinks a good 3 or 4 inches into it, and the direwolf just reacts to the pain with the guttural screech, and then looks up at you, releasing its lips to part for these nasty-looking, sharp, long direwolf fangs revealed as it prepares itself to pounce back. That ends your turn. And as part of this round, the direwolf is going to return as the 2 nearest orcs charge in to flank.
Oh no.
Grog. This guy's going to move 1, 2, 3, 6. Can't quite get there. Is going to use his action to just dash in here and loom over. So as you're waking up, you see this orc come lumbering around from one of the trees with this giant club and it just gets in front of you. As you're freaking out, another one flanks around and comes up towards Percy. Another one rushes up behind Scanlan there, and you see behind another growl and a series of heavy footfalls as not quite an ogre, not quite an orc, like some sort of a ogre-orc crossbreed comes walking behind one of the nearby trees.
Grog.
Oh no.
To go up behind
Oh no.
Percy on that side.
Cooled.
And from the far end over here, another orc moves forward.
Oh no.
1, 2, 3,
Ah.
6. And he's going to use his action to
Is this another orc?
finish his movement here on
There's
Percy
lots
as
of
well.
orcs.
Oh God!
Are they attacking Percy?
Yes. Currently, there are only there's only 2 attacks on you from the this ogre-like creature here and this orc. That's not going to do very good. That would be a 9. No. What's your AC?
18.
18. Yeah, it's not going to hit. And then we also have. Oh, that'll be a 22.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
All right. So the giant kind of ogre-ish type creature comes rushing towards you, swings with this giant club, and slams the ground next to you as you manage to roll out of the way, get up to your feet. As you do, the orc to the other side swings with what looks like a heavy axe, and it nicks you in the side of the shoulder blade, dealing 12 points of slashing damage. We have this guy just barely gets up to Scanlan. Scanlan, as you're standing up, one of the orcs rushes up behind you, and you see it's holding another large, double-handed great axe. And
Sing. No, I don't want to get hurt by you.
all right, go ahead and roll the d10 to reduce your speed attack modifier on that one.
Where's the 10?
Where does it come from?
Is this a 10?
After
I don't
10.
know what a 10 This is a 10?
Roll the 24, by the way.
Okay, so I reduced that by 2.
22.
Yeah, so he's still hit.
Yeah.
But he got a song out of it.
Lucky bastard.
Well, there you go. All right, that'll come to actually another 12 points of slashing damage as the axe swings down. You manage to just pull out of the way so that it hits the armor and deflects, but it leaves a huge gash in the front of the armor, and just the sheer weight of it kind of shook you for a second. That'll bring us to Grog, who is currently being heavily flanked. First, the dire wolf is going to snatch at you because it is not happy with your series of attacks. And with pack tactics, it has advantage because it's within 5 feet of their allies. So its bite attack against you with advantage is it's an extra 20.
Oh no!
No!
Using my new critical roll dice.
We're all gonna die.
Thanks, chat room. Thank you.
Yes, yeah.
It's 21 points of piercing damage from the jaws, which is reduced by half because of your rage.
Yes, so 11.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the finish of the dire wolf's turn. The 2 other orcs are also going to swing at you from the sides. They have advantage because they're flanking you. That's going to be a 17.
Misses.
And then with advantage on that one, 16. Also misses. They will just whoosh, whoosh, swinging at you. No effect.
Nice.
That completes the surprise round. The orcs have pounced onto your campsite. Back at the top of the order, we have Percy. What are you doing first?
Oh my god.
Going to cry a little. So I have 3 orcs, basically, or 2 orcs and a god knows what.
Yeah, it's too small to be an ogre, but it's too big to be an orc. A very unholy union of the two probably created this spawn.
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fire shot to the right to that giant monstrosity and spend a grit point to hit him. I'm going to try and shoot him in the foot.
Okay.
Takes one that makes a Constitution saving throw. Okay, these rules are new, so pardon me if I'm a little iffy. So shot with a pepper box is 16, 26. Wow, what's wrong with me? 28 to hit.
28 definitely hits.
That's.
He has to make a saving throw or be knocked prone.
Yeah, and there's damage plus a saving throw. So,
yeah.
It's he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty.
8 plus my proficiency modifier plus my dexterity
4
modifier.
plus 6, so it'll be 18.
It's actually 10. It's 18. You're right.
18. Yeah. All right. Yeah. He does not make that. So you shoot. He gets knocked prone. As you shoot his foot out from under him, he stumbles to one knee, and then you just kick up and push him onto his back. That's the first shot.
And it does 6 points of damage. I'm sorry. It does 12 points of damage plus 3 points of fire damage.
Nice.
And now my other shot. knocking that off. I'm going to shoot him while he's down.
Okay.
So do I get a bonus to hit there?
You
or?
have advantage because he's prone.
Okay, I get advantage. So I'm actually using my
right there in front of you, and he's not able to really dodge effectively. So I'm gonna give you advantage on this.
Okay, so I'm using sharpshooter then.
Get him, Percy.
Thank God. Natural 20.
Yeah!
So this is gonna suck for him.
Which regenerates your grit point you just used, by the way.
Does it? I'm back to 3.
You get a grit point whenever you crit.
Every time I crit. That's right. Math. Okay. So I get double points, right? That's how this double.
Yeah, well, you
dice?
roll the dice and then double the number you get.
Okay. That kind of sucks. 7, 14, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30 points of damage.
Nice.
While on the ground, it looks up at you and snarls. You remove your boot from where you kicked it down. You bring the gun down, aim it, and kind of give it a glare as you fire with the pepper box. As you do, you blast part of its jaw off, and you see it. You see blood starting to trickle and pour down the front of its chest, and it's trying to get up, angrily reaching for its club, which is currently in kind of the half-snow floor of this forest interior. It's looking pretty rough, but it's looking very intent on getting vengeance on you.
Out of curiosity, if I try to make a break for it, they would get 2 attacks of opportunity against me, right?
Yeah, they are harrying you pretty heavily right now.
Well, it doesn't make my life any better, does it? No, never mind then.
It's back. It's better.
Do it, Percy.
Actually, you know what? I'm pulling an accent surge. 2 more shots.
Go for it.
I'm shooting him again 2 more times while he's on the ground.
All right.
Same thing with a +10 to hit with a sharpshooter.
Yep. He still has
disadvantage.
So advantage to your shot because he's still on the ground.
Okay, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23 to hit.
23 hits. Go ahead and roll damage on that.
Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to do this thing right. 5 plus 16, so 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage. 16. All right. With that shot, as it's getting up and it reaches for its club, it gets hold of it and starts bringing it in an arc towards you. You lower the gun again, this time shooting for the other side of its face. With an echoing, blasting sound, you see the remainder of its lower jaw and head just blown out the back of it. Its eyes roll back.
Insta kill.
We'll have your other shot.
And now I'm going to take that last shot and just swing up and shoot at the one who's right to the right of that one right there.
Okay, go ahead and roll for attack.
Oh God! Natural 20.
What the heck? This is the best night for Percy ever.
I'm just sitting in the corner going.
You were sleeping, right? Are you doing all this naked since you were woken up so quickly?
Yes,
I'm in the pajamas with the butt flap, and the butt flap is down.
Yes!
Butt flap is down.
I applaud.
Right.
Okay. And
good to know, because that'll affect your armor class.
8, 16, 26, 27, 22, 9, 31. That's 32 points of damage.
Wow. 30.
What?
Insane.
It's a crit.
Jeez.
Can we all get
Alrighty.
inspiration from seeing Percy just massacre?
Like a John Woo film right now.
Yeah, right? With the doves.
You all are a little distracted by the other ones that are currently pushing in. You hear the explosions and you see off the corner, but you have too many things around you right now. Okay, so as you pull back the gun, the orc that's in front of you, that's currently holding its one-handed axe with 2 hands, is rearing back. You fire right towards its face. It tries to duck out of the way, and you smack into its shoulder. With an explosion, you can see its leather armor splinters and fur kind of burns and curls back from the flame of the blast. And beneath, you can see there's actually most of the muscle tissue and now exposed bone is visible as you've blown a giant crater in its shoulder.
Gross.
That was brilliant. I'm done.
All right, Grog, you're up.
Sorry.
I would like to go into a frenzied rage now that I've got all my playmates around me.
Okay.
And I'd like to take one giant swing and in a half circle, just trying to get all 3 at one time.
All right, so attack for each one. Go for it.
That's 22.
That hits the orc. Direwolf.
That's 23.
Hits, and for the last orc.
Hell yes.
26. 25.
Okay, roll damage 3 times in ascending order. This orc over here.
15. 12.
Alrighty.
And 17.
All right. As you whoosh, swing the axe around, it clips across the chest of the orc, which is almost pushed off of his feet from the sheer force. The axe slams into the front throat chest area of the direwolf, with so much force that it cuts clean through, leaving this kind of open wound where its main veins just begin to pour its lifeblood. The direwolf just gurgles for a second before slumping into the ground motionless. With the inertia carrying through its body, slams into the other orc, who actually has a small buckler shield that manages to catch. It shatters most of the leather and metal that encompasses the piece, getting stuck into his forearm, and he just yells in your face with this kind of guttural shout and pulls his own arm off the blade of the axe as you withdraw it. That'll conclude your turn. It's now their tune. Right. All you low initiative roll motherfuckers gotta wait. All right. So this orc's gonna step to the side, right there.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. So first and foremost, the two guys that are, since we're in that motion, the two orcs you just slammed, rear back and then retaliate very heavily against you. They both have advantage because you have you flanked. That'll be a 22.
Hits.
And a 14.
Misses.
Yes. All right. So the one with the buckler and what looks like a longsword strikes you for 8 points of slashing damage. You should take 4.
Great.
That ends their turn. The one orc that's over the top of you, louder, goes swings in a wide arc down towards you.
No.
That's going to be a 14.
Yeah.
I have a 13.
Okay. So as its two-handed axe swings down on top of you, you take 6 points of slashing damage.
Ouch!
You instinctively freak out and back up out of the way, and it actually doesn't hit you. It slams into your bedroll, but the sheer impact kind of shakes you, and you can feel the sweat beginning to pour from your forehead. That's going to just bring us to this guy here is attacking Scanlan.
Right.
That's going to be a 12.
Miss!
Swings towards your head. Thankfully, he's not used to attacking things so small, and duck quickly out of the way.
Fuck you!
And that's and the two on Percy, who are now looking for retribution. They're looking a little shaken by the whole experience. One that you shot in the shoulder too.
I'm just screaming in their face like a manic pixie.
Yeah.
With a
Pixie dream gunslinger.
Thank you.
It's going to be a 20.
Yeah, I walked into that.
20 to hit.
20 to hit. I'm going to spend a grip point. Wait, if my armor class is 20, does that mean they still hit?
I thought you were wearing your pajamas with the butt flap.
Details.
That's so mean.
Details.
One day, far in the future, I'll figure out a way to make you pay for that. For now, fine. That hits.
And sometimes it's just what I heard.
Damn it.
The visualization was worth it alone.
Yeah. And 22 for the second attack. So both of them strike at once. You don't quite know which way to dodge onto the side, and as you try and duck out of the way, both blades hit you simultaneously on the sides.
Oh no!
He's fine.
You take 4 points of damage from one. Roll really low. One roll really high. You take 12.
12 total?
The total will be 16.
Okay, 16.
16 points of slashing damage from the two of those orcs. Now we come to Scanlan.
Oh, okay. I turn to the orc who just missed me, and I cast Dominate Person.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Through my hand cone of clarity, of course.
Alrighty. All right. So as you finish your casting of the spell, you can see the anger in its face suddenly drop and subside, and it kind of gives you this expectant look.
I command him to protect our Goliath with his life if he needs to.
All right.
And retreat from me instantly.
Okay. It kind of nods and looks over towards where Grog is, and with this kind of slack-jawed expression, turns and looks like it's ready to make its way towards Grog next round. Do you want to move at all, or
I will move a step towards Lyra.
All right. Yeah, he's not currently threatening you because he is controlled by you.
Mm-hmm.
So you step back to the fire to your back now. You can feel the heat kind of flickering behind you.
And I will just back up for her, and I also will inspire her.
All right.
With a little, I turn to her and I start singing. I raise my hand to Lyra and say that you could use some Scanlan today. Tonight I give you a detail.
You're not
So with that, you have a D10 inspiration dice that you can add to any D20 roll that you need to make. It could be an attack, it could be a
great.
So you just roll, and if you're like, that might not be enough, you can add a D10 to that.
Okay, great. Ooh, that's so nice.
So alright, that ends Scanlan's turn. Vex, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna cast. How many people are on Percy?
2 currently flanking him right there.
And I'm gonna do Hunter's Mark on the damage D1.
Okay.
Should I do? Yeah, the one that's damaged.
The one that's damaged
The
the most is going to be this one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I am going to shoot him through my. I'm gonna shoot him through my flaming bow.
All right.
And I also am gonna have Trinket attack him twice. How about that?
You can do that.
All right.
So Trinket runs around
I know.
the tree.
Never happened before.
An unexpected circumstance.
For 2 years.
So as you turn around, you go ahead and you point at the orc to the side with a flicker of kind of slightly shimmering white energy. You can see your focus, your attention, focus, and clarity crystallize on this one orc who kind of glances over at you, returning the gaze.
19 attack.
19 attack does hit.
Yes.
And as the arrow is released from your bow,
Yes.
go ahead and roll damage.
Plus the D10 for the flaming. 17
Alrighty.
to hit. And then, yeah, 17 to hit, and then Trinket's attacks?
Yep. Roll twice for Trinket. As the arrow hits him on the chest area and bursts into flames, like igniting part of his shoulder. As he looks down, you hear this guttural growl from around the corner. As he glances over, Trinket comes jumping out of the shadows from behind the tree.
Okay, Trinket. I never know what to look at because I never attack with Trinket. Okay.
The attack bonus.
That's 22 for one.
22 hits. Roll for the second attack.
The second one is,
That's high.
16?
16 just barely hits.
Okay. Yes!
Go ahead and roll
Oh,
damage
good.
on both.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Trinket's doing something.
I know, you guys.
Not just dying.
He's out in the wild.
Does that mean can he bite twice? Can he bite twice?
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna do that. Oh wait, no. One is gonna be bite and one is gonna be claws.
Okay, go for it.
Why not?
And he dies.
Sure.
Oh, and I didn't do Hunter's Mark on the previous one.
Sure.
4 for Hunter's Mark.
4 additional damage for Hunter's Mark. There you go.
It's 13. No, 12 for
Alright.
one attack, and then what did I just do? I did it wrong. That was wrong.
What?
I'm sorry. I did
It's
it
okay.
wrong. It's 11 for the first one.
11 for the first one. All right.
And then the second one. This is so new and exciting. And 12 for the second.
All right. So as Trinket rushes around the corner with one claw, rocks, hits him in the back of the shoulder, sending him onto the ground. The orc now, its shoulder in flames, is on its back. Trinket leaps on top, reaches down, and with its jaws around its head, just bites the head. Kind of, as you see the head kind of flip into the air, it catches it in the claw and its jaws and crunches down on it.
Yes, have a meal, buddy.
Oh yeah, you want to cuddle with her?
Whoa.
Blood looks like
Hell yeah, I do.
Zara, it's your go.
All right. Is that an orc right behind me?
This is Vex right there.
That's me.
No, I can't see where I am because I'm.
You're right here.
Okay. Who are the 3 strongest orcs right now in terms?
This one and these 2 here all look pretty untouched.
All right.
This one actually looks untouched 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I can only hex 1 creature. Is
Correct.
this correct? All right. I'm going to hex the one guy in the back. Sorry. I'm going to hex him.
Him? All right.
Yes. And I'm going to incant Agonizing Blast and cast Eldritch Blast on those 3 orcs.
Never heard of any of these.
Okay. So
Can I do, because there's 3 blasts that come from, yeah?
Well, Eldritch Blast is 3 different beams.
Yeah.
And that's just Eldritch Blast for your turn. Or,
Oh,
or you can do Agonizing Blast. You choose one or the other.
Oh, I thought Agonizing Blast was a
cantrip.
Oh, it's one of your abilities?
Yeah.
Oh, it just improves the ability.
Yes.
Oh yeah, then that you can totally do that. Yeah.
I want to do that.
All right. So you turn
I'd like
around.
to do that with my Staff of Dragon.
You hold the staff forward, and for a second, your eyes, which are normally vibrant, bright white, suddenly close with this like dark mist, and then reveal almost like a pale blue, like the moon of the sky. As you do, this hue of light blue energy begins to emanate from this orc right there. It kind of looks down confused as you pull your staff up and slam the ground with it. As you do, these 3 streaks of kind of pale bluish green sickly energy streak out towards it. Go ahead and roll 3 attacks.
Oh my god. Oh god, this is it. This is everything, right?
Adding your spell bonus to each one.
13, and it's plus 11.
Yeah, so 24.
24.
That hits.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
30.
30? Oh, okay.
What?
And 21.
And you're adding the plus
and
11.
then plus 2 to each of those.
Oh, well, it should be. It should.
The hex.
That's damage on them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So it's Eldritch Blast. It's plus 11.
Right. Okay. So what was the last one?
21.
They all hit. So go ahead and roll damage for each, and each does additional hex damage because it's 3 different hits.
Yes, and the damage
I think
is
it is, unless-
1d10 plus 7 times 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll that 3 times.
I know, it's
so
way too much
1d10
math.
plus 7, 1d10 plus 7,
Times-
1d10 plus 7.
Okay. Oh, help me.
That's
It's not
a 12.
a
Wait,
D10.
that's a 12.
Sorry.
This is a D10.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
Is that a 10?
She's a guest.
I'm a guest.
Oh, you know what? I was rolling 8s instead of 10. That's okay.
Well, too late now. Next time.
Keep going.
2 plus 7. 2 plus 7 is 10.
9.
All right.
2 plus 7 is 9. Thank you. Oh.
10.
10. Plus 7 is 17.
Alrighty.
And 5 plus 7 is
12.
12.
12. And then roll a d6 3 times, because each time you blast them, you do the additional hex damage.
Holy crap. What are you?
2.
All right, 2.
6.
8 total.
5.
Whoa!
13.
It's like a hunter's mark all on your own.
All right. So after the beams streak out, all 3 blast simultaneously into the torso area of the orc that's standing by Percy. It's kind of glaring at you with this look of surprise and fury and frustration, and before it can even try and mount any sort of attack, the 3 beams strike it in the chest. You can see this scattering of brackish liquid as the back of its torso is blown out.
Yes!
Shotgun blast. And it falls to the ground with this kind of gurgle in its throat, and for a second you swear you see the kind of glistening moonlight-colored energy that you had hexed upon it almost sucks the soul from its body, and then it dissipates into the air above it.
And thaumaturgy makes my eyes go fire.
Wow.
Big blast of flame. Great. So that will end your turn there.
Yeah, you did really
How is she so, how is she so cool?
That was
She just
cool.
changed the game.
That was so cool looking.
That'll bring us to Lyra.
She could stay.
Are those, is that 30 feet?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 foot is right there.
Okay, but so
From you.
who are the bad guys? This one, and this one?
This one, and these 2 there.
Okay, so I'm like, ah! And then I'm like, oh, that was cool. Okay, and I use my chain lightning. So I want
chest explosion?
and that you have to do a save on that. That just automatically
That
hits
just
unless
hits,
you
yeah.
save. Okay, so it's 10d8
To whom?
to one guy, and
This
then it's
guy.
going to hit up to 3 people within 30 feet.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Are they within 30 feet?
These 2 are not, but
All
this
right,
guy is.
So 10 plus 4 is 21 plus 21 plus 24. 21 plus 24 is 45 points of damage to that guy, and then it goes to the other people.
This guy there. Yeah. These guys are a little too far away,
What
unfortunately.
about that other?
But
Oh.
this guy is not.
Okay, get
So-
that guy.
So the as you freak out, you back up, and as an instinctual maneuver, you put your fingers out, and there is a loud crackling sound as a condensed thunderstorm blasts forth from Lyra's hands.
Yeah.
The orc that's threatening her and actually managed to try and strike you gives you this look of sudden pity before its entire upper body is fried instantly from the rippling electricity that just destroys it. You see all of its flesh is now curled back and cracking from the sheer amount of energy that's flowing through it. The bolt then streaks off and slams the one that you've dominated that was currently running the other direction. All of a sudden gets hit in the side. However, maintains the domination. It did take half damage to that one, but this one is blown off the map. The other one over here is looking pretty rough now. It's like it's hobbling forward, currently with like one of its legs ruined. You can see. You don't want to.
Poor.
It's pretty rough. It's having a rough day for him. Do you want to stay where you are? Or do you want to move?
Yeah, I'll stay with him. Wow, that worked.
Wow, that was amazing.
That was amazing.
I turn around and sort of barf because I just saw a guy's upper half get incinerated.
Suck it up, Scanlan.
Fair enough. All right, top of the round. Percy, Grog.
You first, or I'm gonna start running towards Grog.
Okay.
How far can I get? Not that far. And while I'm running, I'm just gonna take. Hello. Where are we? There we are. I'm just gonna take 2 pot shots at him as I'm running by.
My dominated guy.
Yep.
He's not gonna live to see his.
And just because I don't really care, I'm gonna take the sharpshooter plus damage negative to that. So.
Okay.
16.
16 does hit.
And I'll just do both right now.
All right.
And.
Oh my
Did
god!
you get another 20?
Yes!
Got another 20.
Yes! That's
Those
a very
dice.
good dice.
Those dice.
That is a very
You
good
can spread them out over several games. You don't have
Fighting
to.
a
Thank
dragon
you.
soon.
Thank you.
A dragon.
No, this is
Roll once.
this is phenomenal. I know. I've got such terrible things that are going to happen to me because of all this good luck. Right now. So I'll do the first one really quickly. That's 20 points of damage for the first shot.
Leave none alive, my boy.
The first shot smacks into its thigh, and you can see where once there was a
leg.
an actual functional thigh area is now a splintered femur that is exposed to one side of its leg, and you see it's barely keeping itself standing. It roars out in pain as you fire again.
32 points.
With the final bullet in your pepper box's chamber, the 6th bullet, you fire the last round.
You're gonna make me change the sharpshooter thing by the end of this round. I get the.
No. The sharpshooter works well for a reason.
Kind of spectacular. I keep rolling 20s.
That's what the dice does, man. It's worked poorly in your favor before. It's
Really
it's
poorly
Great. It's
normally.
great when it works awesomely. But yeah, so with this kind of look of confusion as this orc that's trying to do the bidding of this gnome that
Protect our Goliath!
it's trying desperately to go and protect Grog, but on the way there, it gets its leg blown out, and then suddenly it turns and the shot enters one side of its temple, out the other, and there's just a very quick sound as it falls to the ground motionless, and is no longer a living orc.
Good job, Percy. I sort of had that guy covered, but it's all good. It's all good.
I'm coming, Grog!
Grog, up.
Right, so for the gentleman that I'm facing right now, I would like to take my first swing.
All right.
Well, all right. 24.
24, that hits.
And that is 19 points of damage.
All right.
I'll take my second swing at him.
Same guy?
Same guy.
All right, go ahead and roll for that.
26.
Hits.
That's also 19 points of damage.
After the hammer, orcs.
So the first strike, you slam into his upper torso area and it actually digs about 4 or 5 inches in. He reaches up and grabs, drops his weapon and grabs the axe and tries to pull it out of his body. You, however, reach up with your fist and slam it down onto the axe, shoving it about 5 or 6 more inches. As you can see, his actual shoulder and arm kind of pull away from the rest of the torso as his eyes just roll back and he falls limp against the blade.
With my third attack, I'd like to turn to his friend, grab him by the throat, and go, "It's death or target practice for my friends. Talk."
Go ahead and make an intimidation roll.
Okay.
And 1.
Yay! 19.
All right. The orc, looking at its current fate and the rather rapid destruction of his entire band. Anyone here speak Orcish?
I speak orc.
Oh!
So, my friend.
What did you say?
You hear him say,
Death may come, but the rest will find you. You come into our wood. It's only a matter of time before you're eaten.
Their blood.
Yeah. We are simply passing through. We are in search of something. If you choose to help us, we may let you live.
You may.
And it is not one of yours.
Go make a persuasion roll.
Shit. What do I roll?
20.
Okay.
What
do I add
your
to?
persuasion.
No. Shut up. Okay.
Heck yeah.
24.
Okay.
As you're speaking to him in his own language, you guys hear these horrible guttural sounds. Almost as good as Keyless Giant.
Almost.
Almost.
Oh, hello.
You can see a look of fear in his eyes dart about the rest of the party as they all begin stepping out of the firelight into the darkness surrounding him. He can kind of gauge his scenario, looks down at the dead dire wolf, gives you another look, and you still have the kind of the flaring blaze of your angry thaumaturgy eyes. Says in common, very broken common,
Very well. I live. I serve.
Whoa.
He's like this blood now dripping out the corner of
No,
his
fight
mouth.
with us? Is he gonna like
Can
go
we
with
see if
us,
he's truthful?
Make an insight check.
Oh, that's not my strength.
You can certainly try that.
Oh, good. I rolled a 4.
Plus 2.
2. That's 6.
He looks constipated? the best way you can read it?
Can I try as well?
Hey, you're welcome, Sylvia.
That's mine.
Constipated? You're concerned briefly for the diet he usually eats.
Yeah, what do you... Oh, okay.
Vex, you want to go ahead?
16 is what I rolled.
16.
regular.
There was definitely an intent for self-preservation, but there is that fight or flight look in the eyes as well.
Let me kill him.
Well, let's find out about a dragon first.
Oh, I can cast Friend on him.
No, because he'll know you're casting magic and then he'll come back at you.
Will he?
Oh.
I mean, he will.
Is that why it never worked on Outdoor?
Yes.
That
He'll
creature
come
that
back and attack you afterwards.
How
and
do
it
you
only
know?
I'm sure that's what it
Friend,
was.
I can cast Friend.
With friends, however, friends has to be something that's not hostile, and you get the feeling that even though he's currently docile, it's probably a little hostile.
Okay.
Category.
Okay, so I guess we'll just go with that.
Suggestion only works, but mass suggestion.
Let me
works
kill
Why
him.
don't we just
long
ask
time.
him?
Yeah,
Yes.
we got him. We got him.
got
We can
him.
kill him in a second if we
Yeah,
ask up.
but
You
where's
know
that-
we
there's
can
a
kill
dragon.
you.
There's a dragon. Where is
So,
it?
we are looking for a dragon. Specifically, a white dragon. And we know it is to the north.
West. This beast I see in the sky takes those who do not hide. Look for the tallest mountain.
That way. And points up kind of the north area, a little ways off the road and kind of the direction you're traveling.
It takes refuge top of the mountain. There is no path, just hiding.
How tall is the mountain? I'm sorry.
High.
Do you know of a secret passageway to get up to it?
Only fools would try to scale a dragon's mountain.
Yeah, well, we're pretty stupid. Do you know of a path?
He gives you a look of in momentary indifference and kind of no.
I don't believe it. I don't
He's
not
giving
believe
you
it.
sass.
He is giving
He's
me
giving me
sass.
sass. Yes, can we... What do we roll to... For?
While they're talking, I'm gonna loot the other bodies.
Okay. As you glance around the corpses, you find not too much on them. They looks like they've gathered other from raiding other people that are passing on the road or just scavenging about. You find 274 gold.
Hey.
Vex, can you do
it to the
your
party.
detect dragon here?
I can actually.
Because I'm not quite there at 1,000
I can
feet,
most
but-
definitely detect the dragon. So you're saying that we need to
We still have a day
not
to
be out in the
travel.
open because the dragon is attracted to things that are not hidden.
Yes.
Hungry and will take you. But that's your choice.
Have you ever seen it up close?
Would you like to?
You want to come with us?
No.
Then stop giving us sass.
You say you keep me alive, but you walk towards death.
On the other way, I end up at the bottom.
We walk towards glory.
Did you see how fast we killed your friends? We're pretty amazing.
Then go and see your dragon.
Do you know of any more information on this dragon at all? Any weaknesses? Anything?
He kind of gives you a look like he's on empty. He's giving you everything he's going to give you.
Well, now you're on empty. I take my great axe and I chop off his head.
So as you guys, he looks so.
No, wait,
Oh, now this is just not right.
As the whole group gasps, Grog just kind of shoves him back and the head rolls,
Now he's on
hits a
empty.
patch of snow and stops. The body falls back, and you see kind of dark blood begin to pour out of the rest of the body into the snow.
Grog.
What?
You should have checked with our leader before
Yes,
you did that.
most definitely.
Okay, I think we're gonna have a talk circle right now.
Okay, before that, do any of the orc have any iron on them at all?
Looking at them, there are bits and pieces of whether it be iron weapons. Like you can see a
Yes.
scavenged a few, like some of the axes that were being used have like an iron or a similar type metal that was scrapped out of those. Usually pretty beaten and not very well
It
maintained.
doesn't matter. I just want the iron. If
Okay,
I
so-
can, whatever I can, I can.
Let's say you can harvest the iron blades from 3 axes.
Thank you.
They're in relatively poor condition, so you can mark that.
All right.
Sorry,
Are we doing a talk circle?
I think we need to discuss the fact that was just very inappropriate. Like I am here as a leader, and I think that was just not right. We are better than that.
We are.
You did kill one of them too. you
Yes.
know.
Lyra, we are going to kill. We are on our way to kill something.
Well, we had a deal.
Well,
Now-
he probably would have led his friends to us to kill us.
As a leader, I choose not to pursue this anymore, but I will register my disapproval. And I think we should just proceed. I'm very vexed.
Scanlan, can't you
That's
sing a
very
song to
fair.
make her
That's very
feel
fair.
better?
I could sing a song to make her feel better.
But you don't want to.
At least she's not talking about Aldor, so I'm okay with this.
Do you know we haven't talked yet.
You know, I'll go over and I'll pick up
should
the
write a
orc's
song
head
about Aldor.
and I walk it over to Lyra and I go, "Here, I'm sorry, you can keep this. It won't happen without me asking
No,
again."
that's quite all right. That's
No,
all right.
really, it's still got stuff in it.
As he shakes it, he's spattering
Okay,
across
that's quite. I think we should just proceed. We should proceed, everyone.
Actually, we can just cut out the tongue.
I'm gonna
It's not
try to
Just the
see
tongue?
if there's a dragon within.
Like that,
That's
yes.
a good idea.
I rip the tongue out of the
Do we
head.
need the pelt
You
of
have
the
an orc tongue
direwolf?
to add to your.
I put the
Just
orc tongue
asking.
in the bag of holding.
All right.
And the orc head.
Okay.
With the lip. Now you're slowly.
yeah.
The lip is in my belt, baby.
And I would like to extract the canines from the direwolf.
The direwolf. All right, I'd like you to go ahead and make a nature check.
What's that?
That's to attempt to
What's that?
harvest the
Sorry.
creature's canines.
Sorry, what do I do?
Roll d20 and add your nature check bonus.
Oh, that sucks.
Can I primeval awareness the dragon?
12.
Okay. As you begin taking a small dagger out from the inside of your book of useful things,
Yes.
you break one of the tubes in the process, unfortunately. You managed to get one of them at least. So you do have one direwolf canine you can add to your items.
That's good.
And I would like to put my hands on the direwolf and just thank it. For no other reason than I respect its life.
Very well.
I don't think he's going to answer.
You know, it's not for you, Percy.
For the dragon, then.
Trying to be helpful.
I understand.
You
Primeval
you take a moment and concentrate, and for a 6 mile radius. Currently, no dragon.
It's still. Oh, right.
We've got
it's
another
towards a
day's
mountain.
travel.
True.
Another day's travel. It's got to be 20 miles away.
Should we keep sleeping or should we just pack it up
Is it
now and
nighttime?
go?
It's probably like a good 2, 3 in the morning. At
Oh,
this
let's go
point.
back to bed.
Would you say a
Yeah.
new day has passed? So I'll try for my beard again.
We will once you get a full long rest.
Shit.
Let's fully rest. I'm going to make a leadership decision that hopefully everybody agrees with, that we need more sleepy time.
Is it okay to keep sleeping right here, or are they gonna come search for us? Probably not more than one
Probably
search
not.
party.
Probably not.
I'm in my pajamas. I'm going back to bed.
I think that's a good call that I agree with as a leader of this group.
What
Are
she
we always
said.
going to call it sleepy time?
I mean, that's.
I'm just asking.
that's-
I
no,
like to
did I
put
say that?
labels on
Did I
things.
say- I didn't-
It's an OCD thing.
Whatever you would like to call it. Or just...
No, you're the leader. I shall accept whatever
Yes,
label
sleepy
you
time
put.
is the official name for it.
Sleepy time it is. Thank
Going
you
to
so
sleepy
much.
time. Good
Is
night.
it? Is it still my watch?
It is still.
You did your job.
You did your job.
I'll take the next one.
Scanlan makes
Scanlan.
Rest of you,
And we can heal up, right?
so the rest of you guys, you go ahead and take your full evening's rest, at which point your hit points and spells are restored.
Yay.
Grog, go ahead and make a percentage roll.
Come on, you big bearded bastard! 58.
Nope.
58? Nah, unfortunately. But you still got that nice scruff. You did half an inch to an inch of whatever that is.
Dire with blood all over my feet didn't stimulate the growth at all.
Unfortunately, no.
All right.
But blood looks like black.
Eventually, you all complete your evening's rest. The rest of the watches go without incident. The morning you wake up, and the cold air was pretty rough for a lot of you. Thankfully, the fire was there to help. But you get the feeling that the further north you travel, the weather's going to become an issue, even with the warm clothing you currently have on. All right, so you guys step back to where your horses are currently.
Our horses are okay.
Oh shit, we forgot about those.
Thankfully, your horses were far enough away from the area where you were, and the focus was not to make any noise when they came upon you. So the orcish party knew better than to attack the horses first.
Oh, that's good.
The horses do look a little spooked from the evening's events, but nevertheless, you get back on your horses. You continue up the glass walk road. You had a
I
question?
use beast speech to calm them. Tell them everything shall be fine.
You had just got
Everything will be wonderful. And thank you for leading us where we need to go. We shall try and make sure that no harm comes to you.
And immediately with that, the horses who are currently rattled, and some of them are kind of being unresponsive to your attempts to mount them, settle down, come to a calm point, and allow you all to get atop them without an issue.
Being fully asleep, I cast fart.
All right.
The irony is, I was going to recommend Dust of Tracelessness, but that works too.
Oh, that works.
They would
I
never
guess his
follow
form as
what
well,
that's
so
Dust
whatever
of-
you need.
Cloud of deterrence.
Cloud of Deterrence, thank you.
What do you want to do, man? Here,
he has
whoever you want.
Dust of Tracelessness. He's
So
got
we
this
sleep.
stuff we can.
No, we
cover
slept.
up.
No, we slept
sleep,
already.
we're
We're on
good.
the horses.
Yeah. Oh,
It's the next day.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Next time.
We ride.
And so we ride.
And I take the Dust of Tracelessness and in the back. I'm just.
Do we ever run out of that stuff?
Never.
No, it's an infinite supply.
That is very convenient.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice.
And so as you're on your war horse, which as you can tell, the more and more you ride on it, the more and more it's starting to slow. And I mean, thankfully you're keeping pace with the trinket. It's having a hard time keeping the Goliath on its back for extensive riding.
Could I give it a health potion?
Let's just say it's probably going to be a little sway back by the end of this adventure.
At some point it may need to ride you.
It's okay for now.
At some point you should give it a break with the carpet.
Yeah.
I can't ride the carpet.
We don't have the carpet.
Why did we?
Do we have the
We
carpet?
gave the carpet
have
to
the
them.
The other team has the carpet?
I don't know them, but that is very respect. That is upsetting.
Yeah, it is.
You guys continue traveling for your second day.
Siberians can fly. Why the hell did we give them the carpet? Sorry.
Oh.
It's alright, we don't need the crutch.
Alright.
Second day.
We're fine.
Day 2.
And so anyway, so when I first met Albert, he was retiring my bodyguard, and it was so obvious that he was so capable when he walked in the room. And it
How
just,
did he react when you first told him of your feelings?
I mean, it was not a good evening, but he was paid to be there, so he couldn't leave. That was what was good for me, because I was.
It always works for me.
It's not. It didn't work today.
Can we make
but
an
it did work
agreement? I
tomorrow,
kill
or
you,
the day
you
after,
kill me.
or the day
Yes.
after. And then suddenly he disappears, and it's so funny that.
With
Well,
a few
you men
hours
are
of travel.
complicated.
A few hours of travel
Percy,
and
any extra guns?
What?
learning the ins and outs of the extremely tumultuous history of Lyra and Aldor, you eventually come to a point where the clouds are beginning to darken, and in the distance you can see what looks like a very heavily obscured curtain of snowfall to the northwest. You get to a point of the Glasswalk Road where a snowstorm is starting to pour over into this vicinity. You guys kind of stop for a second and repackage yourself with your fur and heavy winter clothing, and even still, it's very, very chilly. Like everybody, make a Constitution save.
Are we still in the forest?
You are nearing forest, yes. Or so yeah, you would be considered in the forest area.
Okay.
Aren't I good like above 20,000
Why can't I
feet
always
in really,
roll
really
like
cold environments?
No, you're
Yes,
having
you
a
have
day.
advantage on this.
Natural 20! Sorry.
You're so warm.
So warm.
It's a
We're
bad thing
cuddling
to
with
roll
you
natural
for warmth,
20.
because apparently you were like an oven.
Let's drink it.
15.
All right.
20.
4.
24.
Hey,
Is it the Constitution saving throw or just the modifier?
It's Constitution saving throw, so you roll twice and take the higher.
23.
I think I'm pretty sure that's how it works. We'll check here with the Goliath as the Mountain-born. You're just naturally adapted to it, so you're fine.
I've got my chest out, my nipples aren't even getting hard, it's amazing.
Oddly, your face is a bit cold because it's so bare and
You're in stick. That was a low blow. That was a low blow.
All right, so all of you managed to cut. Scanlan, mark yourself. You have 1 level of fatigue.
Oh no.
What's that mean? What's that mean?
Fatigue. You can go ahead and make sure.
It's too much listening to. Oh, sorry.
Does he look cold? I'm gonna give him my
very
stone.
That was
I'm gonna give
bullshit,
him my
Percy.
stone of resisting cold.
What about you?
It's okay. I'm a leader, and a leader
I
sacrifices.
can't let you do that.
No, really,
Stone.
just take it. You listen to me so good. It's like we're besties.
I feel a connection. I do. You know, when you were telling me
It's
about
not
Aldo,
sexual at all. I'm
no,
not attracted to you. Like literally, if it happened, I would be ill. But it's really strange.
believe me, you sexually, you repulse me.
Thank you.
Yeah, no,
Oh my
really.
god, I'm so with you right there. But really, as a friend, you are so nice. I feel like I worked through some dishes. So here's my stone.
I've had some Aldors in my life too.
I want to hear all about them.
Yes, mainly they were whores who kicked me out early. But they, in a similar way, they disrespected me.
I mean, I
and
was.
see the true
it was-
Scanlan that they could have.
Listen, the one time we were together, it was after I gave him armor, but he was not
Wait, together?
servicing me. Yes.
You've been with him?
Of course. I
Oh,
told
look,
you.
we seem to be coming
Were
to
you not
something
listening to
interesting
me?
in the room.
I thought you meant that as a metaphor.
No, it was his birthday, and I bought him some very expensive custom armor that you said had him on, which is, he obviously has feelings for me, he wouldn't wear that armor. It was 10,000 gold, and he was very attracted to me that night, and we had intercourse, so my uncle is very
Intercourse.
And after that,
Somehow you made that less sexual than I could have ever imagined. Is there a, Grog, what do you tell, what's the term for when your penis is inverted? It's the opposite of a boner?
Belly button.
Yeah, that's what I've got now.
Oh, exciting. Anyway, I was really certain after that moment that we would be together forever, and I never saw him again.
You know, men are fickle, and when I'll have a talk to him.
He kept the armor, so he has feelings. Let's just move on.
Let's do it.
Here's the stone.
Let's not dwell.
As you take the stone, your fatigue fades. You find yourself adjusting well to the cold climate, thanks to your gift from your new leader and
I love her.
Leader
confidant.
/lover.
All right, so as you guys kind of pull off the side of the road and kind of use the cover of the forest to help from the snow that's beginning to hit even harder, you gather there is in this vicinity an ever kind of waxing and waning blizzard that kind of pours through, and you can see kind of a localized area that it's not really moving. It's you wait like a good 20-30 minutes to see if there's any movement, but the blizzard is not shifting from its location.
Should we try to do the spell, locate dragon again? Just make sure it's at this top of the.
Sure.
leading.
I
Good
will
leading.
try it again.
All right, you sit and concentrate for a moment, and nothing. Wait.
Oh.
Do it.
You sense a very, very small blip at the edge. It's moving quickly.
It's a dragon.
It's moving
Where is it? Which
It's fast away.
It's
getting closer. You can sense its energy kind of up in the air, and
It's up in the air.
at that point you hear this distant guttural howl.
We should hide, just in case. How about we hide?
Comes bursting out over the air. The wind begins to pick up, and the snowfall begins to become ice.
Oh.
The rest of you guys have to kind of duck yourself out of the way.
No way.
Everyone make a a dexterity saving throw.
I'm very good at that.
I don't even know what this is. What is this? What is that? Is that a 9 or 6? What's that?
12.
Okay.
8.
13.
11.
16.
24.
All right. All of you guys managed to find cover under the nearest tree and kind of where the bow of the forest is at its strongest. You avoid most of the brunt impact. Grog, unfortunately, takes a good portion of slamming ice stone damage. Negligible for most damage you're used to, but you still take 4 points of bludgeoning damage from the falling ice.
All right.
Sleet. As you guys are currently in this position, you can see barely through the very, very heavy snowfall a shape that moves over in the distance, that circles around and then heads back, kind of in a western direction.
Speak and say, "Where do you live?" I'm kidding.
You're like, oh, really?
Thank you for that addendum.
Not really.
Not
All of us
really.
are like, huh.
I have a sick sense of humor.
Can I see which direction it's going back towards the mountain?
Yeah. Well, you look over in that direction and you can barely make it through bits as the storm kind of intensify and subside a little bit. You can see what looks to be the gentle outline of a mountain range, maybe about 10 miles off from the road, to the west of the road, into the forest itself.
Great.
We've got this.
We gotta go in the forest.
Okay, let's go.
It should provide us with some cover from the snow as well.
But who knows what lurks in those woods?
This is
Well,
true.
I can also, see what kind of creatures are around.
All right.
Oh, yes.
No, I can't. I can't see animals.
Just kidding. Well, we don't really have a choice. We have to get the
Let's
dragon,
plunge
and we
into
have a
it.
time limit.
You're the team leader.
We need now. There's really no other way to go. We have to go through the forest.
Currently. Like, unless you guys have any other plan. Right now, there is about 10 miles of forest between you near the roadway and this mountain range where apparently the dragon has returned to.
Great. Okay. Well, there's nothing else to be done. We just have to go as fast as we can.
I can cast
All right.
invisibility and fly.
I don't really have any other
somewhere.
You probably can't fly all of us, can you?
I think I can fly up to 9. I thought.
You can fly up to 9 people.
I'm not
Tiberius can
Oh.
only fly up to like
Kind
3
of
people.
devil
Should
are
we fly? Should we fly?
Can you fly?
I can't fly. No, but maybe Zara can.
If we're flying, Bill, I'm just gonna put this out there. There's nowhere to hide if the dragon comes back out.
I understand, but I can also cast invisibility.
Well, that's awesome.
Well, that doesn't last as long.
I can target one additional creature for each slot level above 3rd. What does that mean?
That means as everything you cast is maximum level, it'll be a 5th level, which means you could target 3 creatures with invisibility.
3 creatures with invisibility and 3 creatures with fly.
Yeah.
But
Right?
is it at the same time or is it a concentration?
It's a concentration either way. I will say, as soon as you start thinking about flying and getting there, you look up past where the trees are. Flying in this weather would be a terrible idea.
Terrible idea. You know what I was thinking? It might not be good. It might not be good. Let's just ride. We have the horses. We can't leave the horses behind.
Ride? Okay, we start riding.
Oh, we could. We rented them for $50. So.
Well, don't remind me of that. That was just a thing. All right, onward.
I'm still in the back doing the dust of
Go.
Dust of
the nay.
We ride.
As the flower girl picks up the back end, you guys trudge on horseback into the heart of this section of the Vesper Timberlands. It is a very dense forest, and you find that any straight road path is not going to function as you're constantly having to weave in and out from thick tree trunks and heavy foliage that has kind of taken over the floor, plus a layer of snow that tends to encapsulate the area, and your movement is relatively restrained than this pace you're normally used to going. You have, what bonuses do you have because of the forest terrain?
I have.
To the group's movement, if any?
Yes, the movement is fine for all of the group.
Thankfully, though, you have Vex guiding you on this path, and where it would be a very difficult experience pushing through this forest, especially with the time limit you have, she is able to find the quickest paths to dodge any of the heavy areas that are dense with dangerous snowfall.
I would also like to perception ahead and make sure that nothing is, gonna
Understood.
sneak attack us again.
Very good. Very good call.
All right. In that regard, I would like you to go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, there's something out there. Nope.
That is lower than my passive perception, though, which is 21.
Your passive perception?
Is 21.
Right.
And plus 5. No, that's it. Just 21. But it's a 12 for
It's a 12?
right now.
Okay. You keep an eye out as you continue to move forward.
Oh, but I get to roll twice though, because it's my favorite terrain.
That's true. You do.
Okay.
Have advantage on that.
When the cameraman laughs.
You know it's a good roll.
No, that's not that bad. It's 15.
That's an improvement.
It's a slight
Better than
improvement.
12.
That's right.
15 is indeed better than 12. Things you learn watching Critical Role, ladies and gentlemen.
Learning.
Ding ding ding.
So, in following Vex through the forest, we back and forth, about an hour of travel in, you, I know you gotta get going soon. How soon do you have to go?
We're calling a car, and it's however soon it gets here.
Alrighty. Alright. Pushing forward, you eventually manage to avoid what looks like a long frozen lake in the center of the forest with a series of heavily iced over stone ruins.
Don't walk on this lake.
Oh, good.
You move around, and in the distance, you swear you see the glimmer of some sort of glowing entity in the midst of these ruins. And you manage to keep enough of a distance. Everyone make a stealth check on this. So roll a d20 and add your stealth modifier.
Add or take away.
Well, for you, it would be taking away from your stealth
Great,
roll.
that's great. 11.
13.
13.
13.
16.
Grog?
Stealth is 14.
14.
13.
24.
11.
All right, so though clumsy in form, the group's able to pull you far enough away where they cover your bases on this, and this glowing entity doesn't seem to take notice of your passage. As it slowly fades into the stone ruins once again, you press on.
Should we go check
towards the
that
mountain.
glowing entity
What
out?
was it?
Do I know? I know an arcana or would be nature.
For this, I would say go ahead and make a religion check, actually.
Oh, good. 3. I don't know. It's 11.
It's spooky, and you don't like it.
I don't like that. So we should have going.
Okay, if you insist.
Pushing forward about another hour and a half, 2 hours, you eventually make it through the forest, dodging a few other areas where clustered vines and almost like thick brambles begin to close off portions of passage. Without Vex's help on this, it would be a very difficult element to traverse, but you manage to find areas you can cut through where the weak points and these various kind of interwoven nets of vine work are. You push through until the forest comes to an end at the base of a giant tree-covered mountain that is currently coated in snow and ice. And looking about, you can see the highest spire is obscured by the very blizzard clouds ahead. There is heavy snowfall in this vicinity, and your vision is semi-obscured past a certain area, only because of Vex's keen sight are you able to even make up the details of that mountain disappearing into the blizzard.
This is very much
Do you
like
see
home
any
for
kind
me.
of anything along the bottom, the edge of the mountain that looks like it could open into a cavern?
There are a number of large rocks and boulders that seem to have tumbled off the mountain and kind of embedded themselves in the ground in sections. You do see what looks to be a cavern of some kind that is in the base of this mountain. It's about 25 feet high and about 35 feet wide.
We should maybe go.
Does it look like we can climb the mountain, or it's just too sheer?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, good. This is my best. Oh, nope. It's a 9.
You read about mountains. And you've seen many pictures of them. Seeing one up close, they're a lot bigger than you thought they'd be.
Very large mountain, guys. I'm not sure. As a leader, I'd like to invite you guys to evaluate whether we could possibly climb this mountain.
I would like to evaluate whether or not
You're
we can climb
delegating,
this
that's
mountain.
good.
We delegate.
So I'm proficient here,
Can we
right?
check?
I'd say for this, since you know mountain ranges pretty well, go ahead and make a wisdom check on this. Or, yeah. Just add your wisdom modifier to the roll.
Which is 0. 15.
15. As you're kind of taking a moment to inspect it, your people, your actual race, being mountain-born people, you look at it and it could be scaled. It would be a dangerous climb, and you would need some semblance of simple climbing tools to do so.
Goodness.
So we gotta make it come to us.
Well,
Oh, that's smart.
have to
Grog.
lower
That's
the
very
dragon down.
smart.
Or one of us could climb it and bring
Jump
it down,
off?
and bring it down as bait.
don't think that sounds
I
like a
could do
good
that.
idea. There's a cavern over there. Should we inspect it? Maybe there's some inner workings to get to the
I think
top.
this conversation would be greatly improved by some sort of cover. from
I
the sky.
agree. I vote on going to investigate the cavern.
Well, it's not a democracy, but that's okay. I'm totally up with
You hear this,
And I agree
this,
with you.
this heavy sound of wind rushing suddenly.
Oh God, get in the cavern! Get
Cavern
in the
now.
cavern! Get in the cavern!
Let's see. Oof. Okay. Vex, on horseback, you look over and the snow that's kind of hitting your face, you see a dark shape begin to form in the snow. It gets larger and larger and larger, and you realize it's not something that's swelling or growing, it's something that's coming at you very fast and it's very large. You immediately try and turn your horse around, but it's too fast and it slams into the side of you, sending you off the horse and tumbling to the ground. You feel a heated pain in your side you haven't felt in a long time from the impact. You guys watch as a boulder about that big of rock and ice just smacks into the side of you.
Oh shit.
You're kidding me, right? That sucked.
Maybe it was just a random meteor.
30 points of bludgeoning damage.
You're kidding me!
And are knocked onto the ground.
Oh my God, Vex! Ah!
The rest of you who are currently on horseback see this, and from the direction of the forest, you see a large, very large humanoid figure begin to step out of the side of the forest.
Giant.
The slow voice kind of bellows out. You can see on it thick, kind of snow-covered fur, patchwork hide armor. The skin itself is a dull bluish gray in color. White eyes, a giant metallic horn with looks like some sort of creature horns that are affixed to the side of this helmet. A giant axe in its hand. This is indeed, and you recognize it immediately, this is a frost giant. You see it reach down and grab another boulder and begin to kind of toss it in its hand. As the rest of you see this, you hear another bellow. Look here!
You speak giant, right?
I do.
You hear a voice come echoing from the cavern behind you, saying, "Intruder! Take him down!" The second giant steps out of the cavern behind you.
Shit!
And that's where we're gonna go ahead and end the session.
We don't need two giants and a dragon.
Without.
I'm damaged.
Very damaged.
Yes,
She's
Vex is currently
damaged.
on the ground. You mark your damage, that carries over.
I did.
All right, guys. Well, I know because you got to leave soon, and that'd be a good place to stop it for this point this week. We're going to continue this session next week.
We're screwed!
No, we're not!
No, we're not.
Starting a battle with two
We did such a good job.
Two giants!
delightful frost giants.
All right.
Well, first off, guys, welcome to Critical Role, man.
Thank you so much. With my dice.
Very, very well done.
I've got
Hope you survive.
gems in
I hope I survive. Well, never know.
Wow, that was amazing.
Yeah,
Very. So good.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
So talented. You killed
Brilliant.
people and stuff.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I mended a piece of paper.
You did. And you
Blasted the torso
And
out
I
of
killed
it.
an orc and I got.
And you made a guy give us things for super cheap, which is the best thing in the
I
world.
love a good sale. I do.
I do
love finding a
too.
bargain. We should definitely go shopping.
Oh, I'm fine with it. I
right.
trust fund. 'Cause my
All
kids are
right,
dead.
we have our.
We have some donations to go through. So guys, just like last week, because we're getting so many donations, we just don't have time to read all the messages. So we'll just read off who the donation was from and say thank you, and then I will send a exported list with all your messages in an email form to all of our hosts so they can see them. But it's just so many, which is amazing.
You guys are ridiculous.
We just don't have all night to go through them. Oh, can I make a personal request? Sure. Can you kill Felicia next week?
It's not to me.
I mean, I'm just.
Wow.
What's that about?
Wow.
That's
In the
really
game.
unnecessary.
In the game.
That's unnecessary.
still
Oh, in the game.
In the game.
Oh, in the game.
Funny,
I was
in
like,
the game.
I gotta think this through, man. She's
I
right
gotta
there.
go.
Well.
I know.
Bye, Vex.
I love you.
Everyone going to Gen Con? Go say hi to her.
Let's go say hi, Gen Con.
Hey, you know what? If you want to Skype in from Gen Con, let me know.
Well,
You got it on your phone, right?
I do. Yeah. To
Skype
what?
into what?
Not doing that.
Us.
Just for the heck of it?
Just for the hell of it.
But I'll be on a panel
The whole time?
the entire time.
That's
It's really
crazy.
24 hours.
It's one long panel. It's an unusual.
That would be terrifying.
Panel conscious.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Laura.
Bye, dear.
So it looks like we start right around here.
Here, awesome. JDI35 donated $50 to 826. Woo! Thank you so much. That's incredible. I
don't know.
QB Ultima 5 donated $20 to 826. Thank you so much. Wheelie Factoids donated $25. Thank you again, Wheelie. You're amazing and consistent. It's incredible. Dara Star donated $25 to charity. Supalot. It's delicious. Donated $50. Thank you so much, Supalot. That's great. Java Book Geek Girl donated $150. That's ridiculous. Thank you so much. Kalina ZX or Zix XC. I'm sorry if I butchered that, but it's spelt to be butchered, so I'm doing my best I can. Donated $50. Thank you so much. We have Mark in the Park donated $50 as well.
Woo-hoo!
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah. Mark in the Park.
Cole donated $100. That's fantastic.
Wow.
Pippin42890 donated $250.
Whoa!
Towards the charity. Thank you so much.
This is the first time watching live.
First time watching live. Well, welcome to all the guys who watched for the first time live. So welcome. Fantastic. We have Genie2343 donated $50. Thank you so much, Gene. Genie, however it's said. Nork Elad donated $100. Also, their first live stream. Thank you and welcome. Glad you could make it. All right, we have Sir Buggles donated $25. This is awesome. Foxy Forsyth donated $23.89. Thank you. Like the specific cent number makes me happy. Last Call 2013 donated $50 towards 826. Astrosis Varul donated $25. Incredible. Immune Zero donated $25. Thank you, Immune Zero. That's fantastic. The Duganator 8. Yeah, Duganator. Donated $25. Gaiaka donated $25. Thank you, Gaiaka. My last name's a palindrome.
Palindrome, I'm guessing.
Lessons of Palindrome, that's probably it. Donated $25. Thank you, and awesome, that's your last name. Majik the Fireborn donated $20. Thank you very much, Majik. That's fantastic. Joker 396 donated $111.11.
Wow!
I like the ones.
One.
Daredevil KB donated $25. Thank you, Daredevil. Love your show on Netflix. Zern donated $30. Thank you, Zern. That's amazing. 7-Bit Brian donated $50.
Woo! Yay!
Oh, and there are many comments here about Lyra and Aldor's storytelling, which I think will haunt the party for quite some time.
Oh, I'm excited. Write the fanfic.
Karaduk donated $25. Thank you, Karaduk. And MZV5005 donated $25. Thank you guys so much for your donations towards 826. It's astronomical, your support for the show and everything you guys do. Also, a big thank you to our fantastic artist Kit Buss for knocking out some fantastic profiles very quickly.
Kit, I love you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, they've got portraits up.
You
get to see them on the feed.
Fantastic.
You guys should tweet out your portraits.
Yes, I will. I will. I have to sign.
People can see it.
And while Ryan's getting you guys gifts ready, I wanted to do a really quick announcement for tomorrow's show. Tomorrow we are having a new show pilot kind of idea premiere with Hector doing Hero Clicks with Allison Hayslip tomorrow.
Oh,
so that'll be a lot of fun.
Really fun.
Yeah. Hector's got Dr. Doom and Gandalf on lock, and he challenged anyone to come and try to beat him.
By the way, I would watch that movie in a second.
Right?
I'm just saying.
Dr. Doom and Gandalf together. I'm really excited. And then after that, we have one of our fan favorites, Robot Teammate, coming in to do musical improv tomorrow night, and then gather your party with everyone else. So disadvantage. Tune in tomorrow night, guys.
Thanks.
And I think Ryan's got some gifts for you guys.
We have continued Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't. Once again, I'm gonna reiterate it. The outpouring of this fantastic community, what you guys do for each other, the support you guys have in playing together and supporting each other is incredible. And I like every week we're perpetually blown away and feeling unworthy for all the gifts you guys send. It's amazing, and everything is appreciated. And you're helping decorate both the set and our living space somehow through all these amazing gifts, so we can see and be reminded of you guys all the time. So thank you again so much for all your incredible gifts. It's amazing. And I can't get over Grog's cask of ale. It's just
That
my
Grog
favorite
ale is amazing.
It's my little baby. I love it.
So
Is that your Wooby?
Yeah. Grog's ale, keep away from giants.
And congratulations, chat room, by the way, for choosing the contract tonight. Adult White Dragon was definitely the tougher of the selection.
They chose that shit?
They picked the harder one for us. Thanks.
We love you guys. It's not like we want to live or
You
anything.
want Lyra to die. That's what you want.
Well, there were only a few requests.
Zach.
As soon as Adult White Dragon was like, dicks.
Dicks. Why can't they pick like, I don't know, goblins or like really angry dogs?
See what we do.
I feel like
I don't even know what would be worse, a dragon or a...
She would be like, that's why.
I'll pick it up.
Oh, thank you.
Got the instant
I know. Show me. Critical Role died. Pretty amazing. So
All right, guys, real fast. We'll get to these gifts here. We have a few gifts here to open for the group here from Vincent Langolis. Open this. Oh yeah!
Are they in the box of holding?
They're in the box somewhere.
So, guys, for those who don't know, Vincent has been progressively pumping out amazing episodic fan fiction of Vox Machina and sending us all of ours. The stories are really, really awesome. Vincent, if you are inclined to, I recommend you, if you haven't already, put them online and share them with the rest of the critter community. They're really awesome.
there's a place called Wattpad.com where a lot of people do post fanfic.
Oh,
I
awesome.
actually am on there for my book. It's promotion, but when I started poking around, there's lots of fanfic. A lot of Supernatural fans are on there writing fiction. But it could be a place that people could post. Not yet, but I do want to. I have to pick. It might be just Nancy Drew fanfic. I'm not sure.
Well, I've Vax and Vex's copies here. I'll give those both to you, Liam, to handle there.
One dwarf too many.
I'll hold on to Pikes. It's just currently absent, but we'll go and get the link throughout
This is chapter 3.
Actually, I want to hand these out to the group if you could. Thank you so much. This is the next chapter in the One Dwarf Too Many saga.
One dwarf too many.
One dwarf.
As read by Sir Ian McKellen.
Here's Percival.
Thank you.
That is awesome.
He's bound at some point.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's cool.
I feel like I don't work hard enough every time one of these comes.
I knew this. That's when I used to watch.
All right, so got a card here
16 pages.
from Joe, aka Jock Guy 89, to Matt Mercer. An epic dungeon master needs an epic D20.
Oh snap!
It's made of diamonds.
It's gonna be an engagement D20.
Oh, I get my own flashing D20 now.
Is it a flashing one?
Is that what it is?
I've seen these. I wanted one. This is one that if it lands on a 20, it flashes a bunch of LEDs on the
It
inside.
gives you an alarm when you know he's gonna kill a party member.
Yep, you'll see this like red glow beneath the shield. I just kind of look up subtly at the party. It's gonna be great. Thank you so much, Joe. That's really, really sweet. I'm gonna use that. Here we have letter. All right. Third writer, about 21 hours ago, block. Hello there, Critical Role. My name is Dre. My friends and I have created our own Pathfinder D&D group after religiously watching the show every Thursday. Awesome.
Aww.
We use tabletop, in which I purchased a battle mat, but we have really old metal figurines. I was wondering if by chance you could point us in the direction of where to get better figurines. I checked Amazon and a few other comic stores and couldn't find any miniatures. It'd be really a big help if you could point me in the right direction. I know you might not answer back due to busy schedules, but thank you in advance for putting on the show and entertaining us critters. Sincerely, Dre. Thank you, Dre. A lot of these minis come from, if you can't find it at comic stores nearby, there's good websites like a miniature, I think it's a miniature market. There is Troll and Toad is one of my mainstays. Troll and Toad has a good selection of minis you can order. eBay is also a good source.
Hero Forge.
Hero Forge, you can customize your own character minis, which is really great to have them 3D printed out for you. And then there is you can order on Amazon some of the packs of D&D figures. You don't know what's in there. It's one of those kind of surprise figure boxes, which is kind of fun in itself. I've bought way too many of those. But you can find those on Amazon usually. Just look for Dungeons and Dragons miniature boxes and Pathfinder boxes as well. They have a whole slew of that. So those would be your best bets.
They're like miniature grab bags.
Apparently. Oh, what? All right. Matt can read on air, and then I can read that off the air. That's the private conversation. Here we go. This is filled with money. No, it's not. It's a. It's my favorite family.
It's a check.
For the record, once again, I want to say I appreciate that most of the letters we get are handwritten, and that is such a rarity these days, and it kind of makes this little archaic happiness in my heart sprout. So Matt, so far from my experience, DMs typically have a ton of dice, so I thought why not make a little bug to help with the struggle. Bag to help the struggle. Oh, read the bug. I'm also bad at reading handwriting. So I love doing handwritten letters. I'm just terrible at it. I apologize.
I got really excited. I thought it was going to be like a dice bug.
Right, or just like a whole bunch of roaches start pouring out. And I'm like, this was a great idea.
I feel like we would avenge that thing. Would
have made one for everyone, but everyone started to run out of materials, and I'll set this one out. Hope you enjoy the candy inside. Ooh. Also really hope it doesn't melt. Sorry if it does. Rebecca Christian, thank you so much, Rebecca. That's really sweet. What did Rebecca? Oh, that is a chainmail dice bag.
Wow.
That says DM on it in gold chain.
Oh my god!
Oh,
dude.
That's so good.
Wow. That's really hard to make chainmail.
That is right.
It really takes a long time.
Takes forever.
Yeah.
Oh, guys.
Matthew, you
and
got
it's full of coins.
Yeah!
Let's share some gold coin. Catch?
No.
Throw it at her! I'll protect you. Actually, just throw them all to Sam. I think these are.
There you go, Sam.
There you go.
There you go. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
All right.
Hey, Matthew.
Also acts as a bag protector.
Nice sack.
Thank you.
Oh.
Oh my god, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. Oh, that's awesome.
Actually really cool.
And then, do we find out who these are for? Right? Right.
Nope.
Yes.
We find out who these are for?
Those are for you to distribute. They are from JPC Guy.
JPC guy.
guy.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We got 2 sets of elven dice to distribute here amongst the party. Oh, these are.
I got dwarvish dice to distribute too.
I already got a
Green
set.
ones go to
JPC
Marisha?
guy already gave me one.
Green ones
So I'm
Green
good.
to you, my love.
Those 2, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
That's amazing.
These were from Eric Red Zanwat. Grog, thank you and all of Critical Role for the joy you bring me and showing me the amazing world D&D. These dice should fit in nice with the dwarf beard. I hope you finally grow. You're a fan, Eric.
Oh.
Very cool, Eric. Thank you, man.
You're gonna grow hair, Grog.
As far as I was even told. What of a dice pool that we've slowly gathered over this time, so not to worry.
The elf expecting the elf.
Can I show this off real quick?
Yeah.
So I'm a crazy Dallas Cowboys fan, and somebody sent me an autographed picture of the original 3, like Troy Aikman, Emmett Smith, and Michael Irvin, and signed by Emmett Smith and Troy Aikman.
I don't know who those are, but I'm so happy for you.
It's instantly going on my wall next to my Dallas Cowboys helmet.
Wait,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't watch sports either,
Gotta
but
get you
I know these names because that's when I used to watch sports, and those are cool names to me.
Thank you. I don't know.
Wow.
That's
The
really-
Cowboys are on my team.
That is ace.
Happy sports ball, everyone.
It just came
That's
from
amazing.
from nostalgic. I don't even know who said it.
7.
Oh, it's one. It's one
No, I gave it this.
Oh.
Well, whoever
you are.
Nostalgic in
Thank you.
Ohio.
It's 2.
Thanks, nostalgic.
In Ohio?
Yes.
Wow.
Love your nostalgia.
Sarah, Ohio.
The Cowboys
You're
would get
amazing.
that? That's amazing.
How they know that?
Internet.
I'm a fan of obscure Picasso art and sketches, maybe obscure Unterdwasser sketches or something.
You're human. You're human.
Yes.
You can have these.
Oh, yay! Oh, these are beautiful.
These are fabulous. These are
I
awesome
know. I
dice.
had a whole. I used this color dye for
Any-
Yeah, I have one more.
That's pretty. No.
We have a message, a letter from our friends over at Game Changer.
Oh,
fantastic.
Yeah. Dear Critical Role and Geek and Sundry team, huge thanks to all of you for having us on your show, promoting our charity and supporting the the DX 15 campaign, which is the Deus Ex campaign that we were doing for Square Enix. Your support truly made a difference in the campaign, and Taylor and Jim had an awesome time in your studio. So cool! 3 exclamation points. We would love to work together in the future and hope that someday all of you or some of you can join us at a hospital to deliver gifts and joy and inspiration to the young patients and show your gaming, show how gaming plays such a critical role in their treatment. I accept that challenge. I will do that. Much love from Game Changer, Jake Hurst and Jim Carroll. Flip side. This is Zach. Zach, pay attention. We bought Final Fantasy Type 0 for a giveaway during the Deus Ex thing, but never got a chance to promote it. So we would like to offer it to you, and the team members could give it away to your audience any way you'd like. Zach? So no strings, just a thank you, gesture of token appreciation, and love to all the critters out there.
That is
awesome.
From our friends
Thank
at
you guys.
Thanks, Game Changer.
Game Changer.
Yeah.
And we have some fun stickos.
We have a bunch of stickers.
And thank you guys again so much for supporting Game Changer and our charities and our show and everything you guys do. It's truly, I've never been progressively and continuously moved by a community like this, and you guys make this so special. So
It's
thank
a happy little spot on the sea of insanity that is the internet.
I know.
It's true.
Thanks to Mod to keep the chat. I watch every week unless I'm out of town, and I'm like, the fact that everybody in the chat is somebody I'd like to say hello to is pretty great.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, all your work.
And for being so supportive for those of us. I mean, we had so much support coming in this week from all the critters, so thank you very much.
Oh my gosh. You guys get ready for the fan art.
Listen to that. It's going to be fun.
It's coming.
Oh man.
So excited.
With Aldor running away.
With Aldor.
No.
And I'm just saying, like, for your first time playing Dungeons and Dragons, can I just say Mary picked that up pretty damn good.
I had some amazing help and support from you guys. So
You're like Jedi mind trick there at the beginning.
Could somebody,
I love illusionists.
could somebody draw a picture of Scanlan and Lyra talking about the birds and the bees?
Yes.
That's a request I have, please.
The rest of us sorting through Percy's guns.
Tiberius back. He's around the back of the bad like this. He's not even in the group, but he still can't take it.
Trinket.
Thank you guys so much again, and I'm excited. I had Greg Tito from Wizards of the Coast, Dungeons and Dragons, sent a care package which we'll distribute when we get the whole group together again, with a bunch of fun little gifts for the critters that we want to give away in the future. Some gifts for you guys in the group. And a bunch of really cool minis that I get to try and kill you guys with in the future. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Greg.
Tito. Thank you everyone at D&D for sending us that care package. You have officially helped facilitate a TPK at some point in the near future. So,
We're a big fan of what you do.
Yes, we love
Obviously.
you, Wizards of the Coast.
Obviously. My little DM bag. I love it.
Joe, aka JPC guy 89. Thank you for the dice as well. I found his thing.
Yes.
Yeah, JVC guy.
Thank you so much, buddy.
Oh, it's his birthday.
Happy
birthday! Ice talking JPC guy.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah,
birthday,
Happy birthday to you.
I talked to him, yeah.
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
Zum Geburtstag, yeah.
What?
Not going to lie.
It's German for happy birthday, darling.
Oh.
Ah.
Fancy secret agent.
Shut up, neck roller. Well, guys, thank you so much again. I think we're pretty much good for the evening. So we'll see you guys next week, Thursday.
2 giants and a dragon? Really?
Yeah, you guys are tough.
Tune in for these ladies too, please.
Yes.
They'll be back next week.
Felicia might die.
I might die.
Yeah.
I'm only yeah.
And then after that is Will Wheaton and Will Friedel. So they're in the future as well.
My tail is whipping in happiness.
Good night, guys.
Bye. Bye.